Ah, my camera's gone. Where have you gone this time, camera? There you are. Just does that sometimes, just likes to disappear. But anyway, hello! Welcome back to another Tomato Sauce stream! Today is an exciting day. New box, new product, new cards, new decks. What's not to love? Now, fingers crossed, we'll actually see this box have a bit more of an impact on the meta, but I'm not going to get my hopes up too high just yet until we start to see some tournament results and we start seeing just not Machine and Cyburst winning everything. Now, to be fair, we have seen a handful of other decks win some tournaments. We have seen Overlord win one, SAR did win one, and we've also seen Worms win one. Shout out to Giorfio for winning that. But we are still a little bit in the same meta we've been in the entire time, which is not the best, right? It's not really what everyone's hoping for. So, fingers crossed, we do manage to break into something new. Again, not super confident, but some of the new decks we got do look quite promising. The new... the thing is, I don't want to say the new Gear Strike deck, because looking at the Gear Strike skill, part of me is like, wouldn't it just be better to use the Full Metal Fist skill? Because it's basically the same thing, but better, except you have to use it with Metagears. You can't use it with Mirror Gears or Metagears. But you get that extra 100, which just seems better, because they both basically have the same restriction, and they both get you a level 7 Dark Dragon from the graveyard back to your hand. It's just one gives your guy 100 extra attack, and the other one can be used with Mirror Gears, but halves the damage. So it's like, part of me is just like, just use the old skill, I think it's better. But that deck specifically, I think, could actually have quite a good matchup into Machines very specifically. Machine is a level 7 deck, right? It's a level 7 deck that has 2400 attack boss monsters, so we can reduce those with Mirror Gears, smash over them, and just get in for an absolute crap ton of damage. Now, to be fair, a lot of the Machine decks have been playing Recital, which does impede that a little bit, but not a terrible amount in my opinion. But let's see who we've got in the chat today. We have Twixt, welcome, welcome. We got Grand Harrier, the man, the myth, the legend. We got Duel Links Alpha, everybody's favorite. Dragson, always arriving exactly when he means to. Whistling Bird, who we did actually catch one of Whistling Bird's streams very recently, which I think was one of the first ones you've done that hasn't been, like, commentating. So that was pretty cool. Obviously, had an absolute blast there. Then we have M. Mello. Welcome, welcome. We have Ninjetti Ursus, always a staple of the Rush community. Welcome, welcome. We have Enter the Flugel. Welcome, welcome. First-time chatter as well. Welcome, welcome on in. We have Alpacalyptic, who is one of my favorite viewers because they quite consistently send me the... God, what's his name? The Vagabond in-game. And that means so much to me. I'm the most basic person in the world, right? Whenever the Vagabond, it gives me the option of who to send it to, I will just pick whoever's number is the biggest. Whoever has sent me the most Vagabonds, that person just gets the Vagabond. There is literally no thought put into it at all. We have Dwan, welcome, welcome on in. And I think that is just about everyone. And everyone's saying hello, hello everyone. How's everyone doing? Only one deck of the multiple decks can run 3 copies of one card. Hello, Tomato. Yeah, meta has been stale. What do you think is the most promising? Most promising? I am most excited to test 2 different decks. The first one is Aqua, because I think we are now, other than like some trap cards, and maybe some like consistency spell cards, and maybe like one of the better field spells, we're kind of only missing one good Aqua monster before we have all of them, right? We're just missing the good Diankito, the one that just straight up lets you draw a card. So when we get that, we have just all the good Aqua monsters. So we're not like too far away from just being done with it. So I'm expecting that deck to do okay, right? We did just get a follow. We'll catch up with that in a sec. But I'm not sure if it's going to do super well. It still struggles to beat set 3 pass. I have seen people playing Thunder Gazelle, which is also what I've put into my deck to try and facilitate that a little bit, especially because using the new Diankito, we can empty our opponent's hand a little bit. So if our opponent does leave just one card in hand, we can get that out of their hand by discarding a card from our own, and then use Thunder Gazelle to get piercing, which does help quite nicely. Cards for underwhelming, as I was reading them, very ignorant of the game, so I don't know. I mean, that is completely fair. a lot of the cards don't read as particularly special. Like Melody is one which doesn't read very good at all. But if you have the context of how it was played in the past, and when you get access to all these different tools that allow it to be enabled, it then becomes very, very strong. I've seen a lot of people say they think Can Melody's a bit crap. And maybe in the current meta it is. I haven't tested it yet, so I can't really form an informed opinion just yet. First rush stream, yes, thanks. I do the same for Vagabonds. Yeah, exactly. Yes, I don't put any thought behind it whatsoever. Are you COG yet? Yes, we did COG a little while back. Also, Blue Eyes most promising. So, alright, I get what you're saying. But in my opinion, Blue Eyes is just machines, right? It's like the best way to play Blue Eyes is going to be just play Innovator because it's just the best individual card in the game, right? And then it's like, is that really Blue Eyes? Because I'm not saying like pure Blue Eyes can't be good. I'm saying I think just it will be better to play it in that other deck, especially because you get a lot of consistency cards. Like you can play Kyberman to make getting out Blue Eyes Bright more consistent. You can play Bicorn, which makes getting Innovator out more consistent. You are running these 7 bricks, which always does feel a little bit yikes. All right, I lurk. I was in the middle of watching Batman Caped Crusader. I mean, I kinda, not gonna lie, could just watch Batman Caped Crusader now. Like we could just turn the stream off. I could just watch Batman. Like I cannot fault anyone for doing so. Thank you for following Enter the Flugel. Welcome on in. But let's see if this pops up. Yeah. Today, the first deck we're going to be testing, as well as the other deck that I have high hopes for, is this one. This is Set Quantum Hole, which, by the way, this skill was given to us as an idea by Dingus. We did not come up with this ourselves. I did look at Set Quantum Hole, but I was kind of like, I don't know if it's going to come up. And then Dingus like posted a list in our Discord, which if I throw this up, of course you've forgotten my Chrome. Okay, we'll fix that. That's no problem. There we go. If we take a look, this was what we cooked up originally. This was our like, you know, the set isn't even out yet. Let's see what we can make. This is what we kind of cooked up as kind of a pigeon burn deck. And then this is the list that Dingus posted, and this was him playing Set Quantum Hole, and I was like, we're going to test that out, because, I mean, as you can see, we were playing Life Point Gain, and Life Point Gain is the skill you use when there isn't a skill for your deck, right? So we were just like, okay, Set Quantum Hole's probably better. We'll see what happens. New cards. Exactly, Skywinds. Welcome. What do you think about Black Dragon Rising with Wilhelm? I think that's probably going to be one of the most consistent ways to play it. The only issue I have with Wilhelm, if we just get a nice big picture of him here, is he is... Sometimes it's going to be a really, really strong payoff of just being able to get rid of a card, right? No matter what, you're dealing with something, even if it's not necessarily the something you want to deal with. So it's always a -1 to your opponent, which is quite strong. The issue is, it's always just going to be a 2400 attacker, which is not fantastic stat. I do actually really like the little monarch, the little 2000 Wilhelm. I think I like him plus Zeus almost a little bit more than I like the Mega Monarch, which sounds a bit weird. I actually want to try a Blue Eyes build that plays Zeus and the Mini Monarch rather than the Mega Monarch, and use that as like the extra 3 guys to go along with the 3, or probably only be 2, because again, the problem that's going to have is just you're not going to be able to beat set 3 pass, so you're going to need something to deal with that, right? Honestly, I think Monarch can be good. I wish it didn't have this limit 3 slapped on it, but I do understand why it's there. Yep, Burb, hello, welcome on in. A nerd named BT, always good to see you. Burb, let's see what the whole truth of this deck is. I mean, that's kind of the hope, right? But so this is the list, right? We have, you know, Siesta Terror to recycle. Obviously, Phantom Pigeon is our win con. He's a big aggro boy that also burns, which is quite nice. We are playing the Trick Pigeons to get him back from the graveyard. We're playing Blasting Bird. This could just as easily be the Beast Summoner, as we saw in Dingus' list. The reason we've gone for Blasting Bird is literally because it has more defense, and that might come up against machines. Other than that, there is an argument for both. If your opponent's playing very passively because they don't want to get hit over for a chunk from night vision, then they could be setting, at which point Blasting Bird becomes better. If they're going aggressive and just summoning out loads of big attack monsters, then Beast Summoner becomes better. So, like, you know. Quantum will enjoy this skill. I mean, fingers crossed. See, now Tomato gets why I think Blue Eyes is going to be good. With Burst Stream and Monarch, you have some good removal. Yeah, that's basically how we're looking at it, right? If we can pop stuff and then... The only problem with that is you have a one of unsearchable Burst Stream of Destruction. And if you don't draw exactly that, you're not looking great in terms of, like, beating your opponent just setting a wall of monsters every turn. But again, they have to be able to actually do that, right? Of course, Tomato is playing a burn deck. All right. We have this, like, weird stigma put on us, right? Basically, in Rush Duels, typically, decks all play on the same axes, right? You summon guys, you slap your opponent as hard as possible, you try and have a way to beat set 3 pass, either through multi-attack, through popping monsters, or through changing battle positions, piercing, etc., right? And then every deck kind of falls into the same, like, aggressive archetype. So whenever there's something that can do something even a little bit different from that, I'm always very excited to try it out. Now, I think you could make an argument that when you have a deck that has a lot of piercing, like the Machine deck, you can play that a little bit differently. You don't have to just put 3 guys in attack and slap your opponent as hard as possible. You can instead play a slower control game with some traps, and you just attack with Innovator every turn and try and do a big piercing attack or whatever, right? But I do like the idea of being able to just play the game in a bit of a different way. And that's where this comes in, right? Because Vulcan kind of does that, but it's basically just like a super aggressive maximum deck, but I do still really like that strategy. And I do think the Noodle deck, when it did become Trap Noodles, was that. I did actually really like the pre-Trap Noodles Noodle deck, the super aggressive, get out 3 big guys, boost everything's attack to 6,000, slap. I really did enjoy that. But they released Negate Attack, and they released Slime. And for some reason, Slime is not in this deck right now. We need to actually change that. But the issue is, playing any of these, like, super hyper-aggressive decks just feels worse when Slime and Negate Attack are in the format, because they can just, you know, you go for your big turn, and if your big turn doesn't work, you're now just very, very vulnerable to getting clapped back. And then it just comes down to, did you pop their Negate Attack Slime, or did they pop your Negate Attack Slime? Did you get them to use theirs first, or did you get to hold yours? Right? It just becomes managing those trap cards. Which is where the game gets a bit... Ugh. Rush Duel Burn is based. Noodles did nothing wrong. So the reason I don't mind Burn... So I personally, I'm the kind of person that I despise Floodgates. I despise Stool. And I generally am not a fan of Burn in Master Rule, right? Just in general, it's just... I'm not a fan, right? I'm going to do my thing, you're going to do your thing, we're going to clash, and then whoever does their thing better is going to win. That's what I generally prefer as a playstyle. The thing I like in Rush is none of these burn decks typically just burn, right? Like, Night Vision's going to boost his attack and try and slap your opponent for like 1,000 plus damage on top of the burn, right? It's the same with Extra Spice. Extra Spice is always still going to be attacking. Vulcan is still going to summon out a bunch of guys that are going to try and get aggressive and attack over your opponent and get some damage in that way. So I've always appreciated that it's like, it is burn, but it's like aggro burn. And I think aggro burn is like much cooler personally. Is Burn deck considered a control-ish deck in Rush? It depends on the style. Basically, whether or not you're playing a control deck in Rush basically comes down to how many traps you're playing. So as you can see, this deck's playing like 10 traps. So it would be hard to say this isn't a control deck, when the whole point is, I'm playing all these traps to try and control my opponent so I don't die before I kill them, right? So it's a weird one. Limit 3 because they don't wish to let people experiment, slap it on every new card and assume they will be broken while speed is on fire. So this is something I've seen people saying a lot, right? I've seen a lot of people saying they don't like speed right now. I was just curious why people don't like speed right now. I mean, I'm going to be extremely biased, right? My deck only just came out, my Fluffle deck. I have loved playing it. I played in several tournaments. I've enjoyed playing in them, even though I haven't performed particularly well. But I've been really, really liking speed lately, which is why part of me is a little bit disappointed that the new Rush stuff came out, because I'm like, well, now I want to play Rush, but I still want to play speed while this stuff is still quote-unquote new. So I'm a little bit like, oh, I want to do both now. I was just curious what in speed people don't like right now. I assume it has something to do, like, because it was even before Stick Chair came out, right? That people were, well, I say before Stick Chair, before the new skill came out, people were a little bit frosty on it. The only thing that I personally have been a little bit shaky on in the speed format was Sacred Beasts. And that's just because that deck's just, like, annoying when it gets to go, like, when it does its thing. Oh, gold isn't on screen as well. There we go. Let's put that back on. Look at that. There we go. As long as a burn deck isn't a stall deck is fine. It's why Noodles had their limit 3 given to them so they couldn't stall and burn. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that the stall tool that the Noodle deck had, basically, was just King's Majesty, right? Like, you had Call of the Earthbound, but Call of the Earthbound isn't inherently a stall tool. It's one of the few cards that actually deals with a maximum, right? And it's the same with King's Majesty, really. Like, it's a weird one. Like, a King's Majesty is obviously, it stops an attack. It's obviously really going to be really strong. Call of the Earthbound, like, if you're playing against something like a Mirror Innovator, a lot of the time isn't really going to change anything. Like, changing an attack from your, that's going towards your boss monster to a defense monster is generally really good, unless your opponent has piercing, at which point it's not so good, right? Burn and Rush just feels like a secondary win con that allows you to not worry about set 3 and absolutely dig that. I mean, that's basically how I like it. I like the idea that my opponent has to play a little bit differently. Right? They have to actually think. But I think a lot of the time that's what people don't like. They don't like having to think about it. It's like when people play against Royal Rebels. People, or Magnum Overlord, I think is another good example. You have to play against those decks differently. And people don't like being forced to play differently. People want to just do what their deck does as their deck does it. They want slap, slap, summon out big monsters, bam, 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 slap, 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 just keep attack, attack, attack. And you can't just recklessly do that against some of these decks. Now, some decks don't get a choice, right? If you're playing, for example, Machine, and you're playing against Overlord, you kind of just have to pretend the maximum doesn't exist and hope they don't sack you. But if you're playing something that does have the tools, such as Negate Attack, you can just play the stall game until you find your Negate Attack, sit behind it, hope your opponent doesn't pop your Negate Attack, and then start going aggressive after you've already got this, like, insurance. So, like, it's a weird one. Speed is good again because my deck finally got a skill. There we go. Gunkan Ship Shari. I respect that. I absolutely respect that. But I think we are just going to go ahead and shoot into some games rather than just yap, yap, yap this whole time. Although I do love yapping, I do love the sound of my own voice, I do want to get some good testing in. So let's see what our first opponent is going to be of the day. Fingers crossed it's something cool. It's Akira. Playing Nail on a Nail skill. Let's see what our opponent's got for us. That's a lot of trap cards, but I suppose you should expect that playing this deck. That's more traps. We don't really want this many traps, ideally. But I suppose it is what it is. I guess we'll just go ahead and set a bunch of cards. I mean, I suppose we're getting set up for the follow-up, right? Let's see what happens. Burn them to death. We'll give it a jolly good go. Unfortunately, this one doesn't do anything right now. Okay, and we are against a deck that makes Combustion Crisis basically useless. But we basically expected this when we saw that he was playing a Nail skill. It was either going to be this or it's going to be aggro. He's opened very... What? What? Alright, Combustion Crisis, go. I don't even know what to say to that. Okay. Curious. Let's see what we draw. Okay, this is looking okay for us. Oh, do we use our skill? I don't really want to use this skill right now. I don't think we have to. I think we're fine to just chill. He's going to get the plus off of the Cyclotron. Maybe I should use the skill, because we might not get... Well, not Cyclotron, the Dark Femtron. We might not see another Cyclotron, and he might just kill our Cyclotron here. Particle Acceleration's fine. That is completely fine. Is that completely fine? Okay. So in hindsight now, searching out our trap card would have been a lot better. We do still have this. Do we just use it now? Part of me says we do just use it now. No matter what, I think we do, just because. I think it's a use it or lose it sort of situation. If he draws into a particle acceleration and he pops it, we're going to feel so stupid. Okay, how many traps have we got in graveyard currently? We are sat on 3. We don't really have a good way to get any more into the graveyard just yet. So, I guess we will normal summon... Oh, do we even normal summon this? I guess we have to normal summon it. I could set it. We're going to be milling 2 cards when we do summon it. But unless we hit exactly 2 traps, we can't burn anyway. So I think we just tribute set with this. Go 1, we'll go 2. We'll set this. Then I guess we'll set this. There's no reason to set this yet, so we'll probably just set this. Though we can use that to negate his attack once. Alright, we'll set this just to keep things a little bit spice. Alright, what do we got here? Burn them to death. We'll give it a go. Burn, burn, burn. Hello, Tomato. Hello, Duke. Welcome, welcome. Ah, it's another goat. Stop revealing my goats. I think we let this one go, and we'll just use Crisis. Alright, there is our Quantum Hole. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 in the grave currently. Do we just hope that we mill one? It's always a little bit shaky. No matter what, Night Vision can't get his attack high enough. Alright, we'll flip this up. We'll go ahead and use the effects. If we do... Okay, there we go. We got the burn in, which is all we need. All we need is the burn. Alright, we'll set this. He's never attacking anything else, so I don't think it matters too much. I think we just set this. Then we'll just pass the turn. If we do manage to get just an absolute crap ton of traps in the graveyard, we can maybe do something here. Maximum Ragnarok. Okay, so he's going to reduce the attack of our Night Vision. So if we use Counter Pigeons, we could reduce his attack by 1,000, which means we would only take 1,600, so we would be alive. If I've done the maths correctly. So I think we will do this, because we're not going to get a better chance to do this. Now, obviously, if we don't draw another pigeon, that's going to kind of suck, but this is just a way to, like, live. This is where things get a little bit spicy, though, because now he's going to flip something up and just attack into it. We could also just do this, which is probably for the best. So we'll summon out Blasting Bird. Activate Blasting Bird. Wait, why am I doing this? This is the wrong one. I'm just being a dumbass right now. In my mind, I was like, oh yeah, this is the one that gets it back from the graveyard. No, that was just really stupid. I guess it doesn't really make much difference then. We're still going to be able to negate this attack as long as he doesn't hit the exact right one. The only downside is that we haven't gotten the extra 3 cards out of his deck from him using his skill. We've been playing this kinda ass, but this is only our first game, so we're fine with that. It's okay. Okay. Unfortunately, he's going to burn us to death, so let's just leave this game before he gets the chance to burn us to death. It was a little bit risky to go down to 300, but to be fair, good Cyberse players don't play that monster. So we lost because he's playing a bad version of the deck, and we will accept that. He couldn't burn? Yeah, but either way, we couldn't have stopped him from just killing us anyway, right? We had one way to stop an attack, so we were dead either way. Now, I know we're playing a lot of spell traps, but statistically, we should still see more monsters than spell traps in these hands. I think we are just going to set all of this. There's an argument to use the skill there, but I want to get my whole hand empty. The funny thing is that Tomato suddenly gave up because we were dead. The game was over. Right, Siesta Terrero comes down. Ooh, is this going to be... Yeah, so this is just the Ice Sark deck with the new Blasting Bird as support. Is he going to use the skill? That's the next question. He is using it. I mean, we'll just take the 25. Nothing we could realistically do about that. Oh, why did you have to win the 50-50 and attack the one that got an extra 1200 damage in? You absolute jerk. Okay. Unfortunately, all of our back row kind of sucks. So... we don't have any traps in graveyard. That is so bad for us. We might actually just put a trap in grave. We're probably not doing that realistically, are we? Okay, we will set. Normal summon by tributing 1, tributing 2. Then we'll summon out Siesta Terrero. Activate Siesta's effect. Put all 3 back. Flip this down. Go to battle, swing. Is he gonna use a trap card here? It'd have to be negate attack. And he would have had to open as one of negate attack for this to make any sense. Okay, just gonna let that go. We'll just swing over this as well. We don't care about keeping him alive. And we'll just pass. Alright. Let's see what our opponent has got for us. See if he can take down the mighty Night Vision with basically nothing to protect it. So probably yes. Oh, he opened Blasting Bird, 2 Spell Traps, and Ice Sark. I don't think he could have opened any better. And he has back row removal and a way to weaken our guy. He has just drawn utterly cracked. Now, fortunately, we do have a trap card to save us if he doesn't target the right one. If he just wins the 33%, we are cooked. He has no information, so he has no idea which one of these back row was the chainable, but he does know that I have a chainable card. So it's literally a 33% chance as to what he hits. Alright, let's see what he hits. He's going to use it, right? There's no way he doesn't use Spectral Skull here. I mean, maybe he doesn't. He doesn't need to. What monsters has he currently got in grave? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's got all monsters in grave. So we're just setting. Interesting. We are going to use the TSA. We changed our mind. Morning, Tomato Sauce. Good morning, JD Scrub. Welcome on in. You've caught us playing some bourbon. Dan 800 attack. Activates tactics. Just don't hit the only one I need to. Bro, just hard wins. That was 66% chance in our favor. And bro just casually hits the correct one. That is, ooh. They always snipe. It's just how it goes. It's just how it be. The issue is, none of these cards really help us right now. We can get him back. I mean, how many traps have we have in grave? We've got 2 currently. We feasibly can't really do anything. So I think we are just going to casually set a bunch of cards. I think that is the line. Because again, this deck is notorious for not being particularly good at beating set 3 pass, especially when he's already filled everything up. So he'd have to tribute over these two, basically, summon out another boss monster, and then summon Piercing Samurai. Outside of exactly that, we are just so chilling right now. Yeah, that's fine. You've activated my trap card, Quantum Hole. I guess I don't need this. Where does it go? The bottom of the deck? I think it is the bottom of the deck. We'll also put that back as well. We just wanted to activate the card, really. Yeah, that's fine. You can also have my goat. I will allow it. Alright, so it's 1, 2, 3 traps in graveyard currently. So we will summon out the pigeon. We'll go ahead and activate pigeon. We will just send this, because I don't think we're going to do anything else with it, realistically. Grab back Night Vision. Now, do we just tribute both of these to summon out Night Vision? We could also put some cards back in our deck if we want to. I don't really think we want to with what we've got in there currently. So we'll just go ahead and tribute out the Night Vision. We'll go 1, go 2. And now we will simply hit a trap card. Boo. So with that in mind, we set this. We will then probably just... We can use this whenever. You can. It's a little bit annoying because you've got plenty in there already. I don't think it makes too much difference. We'll set this. We'll go to battle and we will... We'll swing over this. Go for the 1000 damage. If he just has Combustion Crisis, and we're just like, we die to that, it's going to feel so sad. They never miss. When you're 3 sets, players tend to go for the one on the far left. That is called confirmation bias. That is, you have seen that a few times, and your brain has now auto-corrected to that is what happens. Realistically, there isn't a rhyme or reason. People will just do whatever they want. Human beings just really like to try and see patterns where there aren't any. Is this Quantum Deck tonight? This is Quantum Hole. Set straight to battle. Just go straight for a swing. Okay, so this will let me just use King's Majesty here. That'll get me my 5th trap in the old graveyard. So I'll go ahead and activate Night Vision. Get him for the 1000. Then what do we want? These traps are a little bit annoying, because they don't quite do what we want them to, but I guess it's fine. We probably are summoning this, realistically. I mean, I don't really want to use it, it's just... Then again, it's 700 less damage. Alright, I think we will just go straight to battle here then. We'll try and swing with this. So we know he has a back row. We know this is something he can use to stop us. That's fine. That is more than fine. Okay, then we'll just swing over this. If he had hit the right back row, we were going to be in a very, very precarious situation there. Alright. I really want to use Siesta Terror's effect, but I don't want to lose out on the 700 damage. Puts us in a bit of an odd spot. The other issue is our life points are so low, I can't see us using Combustion Crisis, right? Like, outside of, like, winning the game. Well, there's another Ice Arc in the grave. There's Witness. He's really looking for that Buster Blader. Goes for another Witness. Still no Buster Blader. That's the 3rd Ice Arc and the 2nd Avian Spell Tactics, because we already know he is playing the Swift Gaia. That is all of his limit 3 cards gone. And then he just passes the turn, brother. Okay, well, let's go Night Vision. We're milled in Night Vision. We'll go ahead and activate Monster Reincarnation. Realistically, we don't need all these monsters, so... no, we'll put Combustion Crisis in the graveyard. We'll take this back. Tribute 1, Tribute 2. Activate night vision. We'll set. Set, I guess. We'll activate our skill, I guess. Come back, Quantum Hole. Now, the question is, does he have anything to stop our attack? My guess is he still has the negate attack. We're not playing any back row hate, so we couldn't stop that either way. Why didn't you sack the night vision? It depends on the wording on this. I thought this was on normal summon. It's not. No, you're absolutely right. We could have gamed him there. I thought this was on normal summon. On the turn it was normal summoned. That was just our mistake. But again, it's growing pains, right? We've basically never played these cards before. I think we've played Trick Pigeon in Ice Sark, and I think we used its effect twice, like ever. Goldo, there's a name I haven't seen in literal months. How are you doing? Now we know. If there's a trap, destroy back row and rush. Is there a trap that will destroy back row? Well, there's the legend trap, which is... God, what's the trap even called? The, like, heavy storm on a legend trap. I completely forgot what it's called. And then there's this one. Dark Ruler's Battle Slash, which is, you know, it's a bit specific, but it does destroy back row as a trap. To battle! You've activated my trap card. Go negate attack. My man is so honorable. He's just going to let me kill him. I respect that. No, he does decide to scoop anyway. I also respect that. I'm not going to not respect that. Right, we'll save the replay. Even though we did misplay, we're going to save the replay. We always save the replay. Can I suck? Can I suck? Have combo to beat maximum. I'm not sure how to translate that, Duke. I'm not going to lie. There is Gust. Gust destroys back row. But doesn't Gust only destroy back row like when your back row is destroyed or something? Isn't there like some weird thing in it? Malevolent Catastrophe. That is exactly the right one, Ninjethi. You are perfect. You have that Gust one too, and when a back row is popped, it pops one. Yeah, that's the one we were talking about. It felt so good. My opponent, Magnum player, didn't do math, and I lived on 100 life and OTK'd him on the next turn. Nice one. Putting those filthy Magnum players in their place. Paw, 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 paw. I thought it was the name of the deck. Sorry about that. It's Manicist. Manicist, you gotta stop sniping us, man. Alright. This is like twofold, right? Manicist is almost certainly playing Psychic, but he could just kill us very, very easily. Or he could burn himself so much that we get to like just get a load of free burning. I'm good. I'm just back to normal after COVID. We'll pop into Discord sometime soon. It's been like a million years since I've been on there. Yeah, man, you gotta jump back in. We miss you. We miss the Goldo. Okay, we got 2 sets from the old Manicist. Have you dueled Manicist before? Yeah, we play against Manicist a lot. We played against him in tournaments. We play against him on the ladder quite a lot. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of this hand, but we will just do what we can here. I think we probably set this. We can't beat a 2500 beta right now, so we just chill. This is the first game, though, that we have actually had 3 monsters on the field, which is quite nice. We're about to see Melody hit the board. No, it's Prima-Gitana. And Peaceholder. Okay. Boom. You've activated my trap card. Quantum Hole. I don't really know what to put back. I kind of need trap cards in the grave. So I guess we'll do these 2. Okay, draw for turn. These are not the best cards for us to see right now. We could just slap a load of cards back into our deck. That's not a bad shout. Okay, we'll go Siesta Torero. We will activate its effect, because I do just want both of these back in the deck. So 1, 2, 3. We're then going to just flip down... I don't know, so it probably doesn't matter. We'll flip this down. We'll set this. Go ahead and... as soon as Manicus Internet catches up. Tribute 1, Tribute 2, summon out the bird. Activate the effect. We'll set... Go straight to battle. Are we going straight to battle? I mean, we could put that back on the field, but we don't need to right now. We'll just get battle, and we'll try and swing into this. Unfortunately, this isn't looking super great for us right now, but we'll pass. I'm excited for Elemental Hero and Duel Links. This deck, many traps and monster. That is absolutely correct. Well, you're going to have to work out what game mat you're going to want us to change to, Duke. Right, let's see what we've got. Unfortunately, we're very behind right now. Obviously, we went second, and we didn't open any... or should I say, we did not open enough spell traps. So we're kind of just playing from behind quite a lot right now, which is really not ideal. But we might be okay, depending on what Manicus has drawn. That is very fortunate for Manicus, because we are kind of in a spot where that really does beat us down. Do we even have enough? Oh, we do. Okay. Alright, let's see what he does. So he swings with that. Unfortunately, we have to do this. We don't get a say in that, so we have to take the extra damage. So we do take the 2. Then we'll go ahead and use the guard. And we'll put this, this, and this back. Which will protect our life points a little bit. Okay. Still a little bit awkward, but we can maybe make something work here. So set. Tribute 1, Tribute 2, summon out the boy, activate his effects. Unfortunately, did not see what we were really looking for, but we might be okay. We'll try and clear this. And then we'll pass. Right, we're slowly stripping away his boss monsters. Hopefully it'll be enough. The guard is like negate attack. It is very much a much weaker version of negate attack. Much weaker. Considering we've been drawing very poorly, we're doing okay right now. And I think that's all we really need. We just need to, like, be okay. The issue is, we still have not got to that 5 trap and graveyard quota that we're really looking for. Is that Can Melody? Now this is where things are going to get scary, because now we can start popping our back row. Which is going to be super sketch. And he also gets the plus off this as well. Whereas our skill is basically a nothing skill, so... I think this deck needs lots of setup. I mean, the last 2 games we played were, like, reasonably okay. Just because we managed to get just a good assortment of cards going before we started drawing out all of our night visions. Well, there goes 1 card. That is what we needed him not to do. Alright, I think we're just going to go next. I think we're basically done here. I think realistically, there's nothing we can do there. We just drew so badly that entire game. What we needed was to go first would have been good as well there. But, like, more importantly than anything else, why was Magic Cylinder getting nerfed? What do you mean by that? In speed duels? All of the... Pretty much every burn effect in speed got nerfed down to half. Alright, well what we learnt there is if we draw really, really badly, the deck doesn't actually do anything at all, which is quite bad. We really need that not to happen in future. We just kept seeing our Phantom Pigeons really, really early in the game, which we really don't want. We want to get into a situation where we can get 3 back row, and then we have 3 monsters on the field, and then we get to kind of play the game. Unfortunately, that is also really bad for us, so... I guess we're just going to do this, and then pass. What we ideally want is just the ability to set our entire hand on turn 1. Like, 3 monsters, 2 back row would be perfect. GG's Tomato, sorry I was slow on the bus, had bad signal. I mean, we bricked so hard, Manicus. We could barely play the game. We had to keep sacrificing our whole board just to do anything, so that was just a non-game for us. Alright, we'll go ahead and use the Combustion Crisis here. So this is what we kind of want. We want to get all 5 cards out of our hand. Unfortunately, having this stuck in our hand just feels really bad. We're now just behind just it already, which is just really not where you want to be. The issue is he's now going to start getting piercing, which kind of sucks. But like, what else can we do about it? I guess we just do this. We'll go for this. Then we're just going to try and swing over. Combustion Crisis. Yeah, whatever. Do not care. What is he playing? Like, what deck is this? With a Yuga skill. I was seeing no bosses too, seeing the melody was huge. I bricked on small guys. If you hadn't have had the double boss monster, the melody plus the Prima, we were maybe okay. But just where you got the ability to just get rid of all of our back row, it just meant we had no chance. Oh, okay. This is Vulcan. Interesting. This is a little bit awkward though. Unfortunately as well, Vulcan is a very good deck for dealing with 1500 defense monsters. And he's also playing this crap because he's bad, I guess. If he attacks in the wrong order, this could actually be really annoying. Oh, great. I think we've lost already, lads. Unfortunately, we've taken too much damage already because we've drawn badly and we have a hand full of crap. Nothing we can do about that. Yeah, game's over. We will go next and hopefully not brick as bad. The first 2 games we played today, in fact the first 3 games actually went quite well. We drew like an okay curve, but the last 2 games we have just drawn absolute trash. We've just not had playable whatsoever. Remember how you were broken when you were using Vast Vulcan deck? Oh, it's Nanao. Okay, so we're against a very strong player here. Let's see if we can do anything here. Candy basically also being a Search 1 boss monster now is very good. Yeah, I think that's the thing, is a lot of the decks now that have like a really busted skill are going to start to like really overtake the decks that don't. Like, obviously the deck we're playing is kind of a meme deck, but like, we just don't have a skill. Like, our skill is a nothing skill. Go out on a limb and say Psychics may not have been the best card / big limits, but this new skill may be one of the best in the game right now. I mean, the Psychic skills have always been super busted. Goes to the Disco Fever just to show that he has it, I guess. There's no real play we have to make here, so I guess we just chill with some defense monsters. There's no point in using our skill. I'd almost rather draw it out right now. Okay, hit our slime, which kind of stinks, but it is what it is. The other issue is we're playing against a burn deck. Oh my god, and he's drawn that as well, just to make things even worse for us. Like, we're playing a burn deck, and we're playing against the life gain deck. Let's get out of this now. Let's not even bother, mate. This is not worth playing. This is just not worth playing whatsoever. We have no chance of winning that matchup. That is a waste of time. We will just go next. Alright, right. Now we'll play against someone not playing the one deck that hard counters us, and maybe we'll actually have a chance. You should see the ratios to my deck, crazy. Yeah? Alright, now if we could draw a spell trap... No, of course not. Why do we keep getting in these situations where we can't empty our hand? Like, it's very upsetting. Screw it, we'll activate the skill. We'll grab this out. We do have a Cyburst monster down. There's a chance it dies. Welcome to a game against another deck that counters you. I mean... Again, our deck is a bit of a mean deck. Coward? Alright, someone is getting a timeout, I think. Well, now do you run in your mouth in here? Alright, what do we want to do here? We're against the 2500 beta. The issue is we don't really have any trap cards to do anything with right now. Which is a little bit yikes. So we could summon out our boss monster, but then it doesn't actually accomplish anything. Also, why didn't he attack us? Did he just choose not to attack? Even if we do mill a trap card, which we can't even do because we don't have a trap card in the graveyard already. Yeah, there's not really much of a play to be made. We could just tribute set it out. I guess that's probably fine, get cards out of our hand. So we're gonna tribute set this and this, I think. I'd rather have him there because he can still turn on our other card. Then I don't think that's even worth playing. So I think we set this and we'll set this. And then we'll pass. Alright, let's see what our opponent has for us. Hello, Tomato. I see we're playing Burn today. Yes, we're using your suggestion, Dingust, of using the set Quantum Hole. Because we showed it on stream earlier. Again, he's just not attacking. I'm a little bit perplexed as to what we actually do here if he won't attack us. Alright, here's the play. We're going to flip this up. We're going to go to battle, and we're going to attack into this. If he won't play the game, we'll make him play the game. But yeah, we showed it on stream earlier, but we had the list that we made yesterday, and then we also had your list up here as well. And then we just said that we took the idea of playing it from you. Alright, we'll go Trick Pigeon, activate the effect. We'll send this to Graveyard to get this back. We will then go ahead and Tribute 2 to summon this. We'll go ahead and activate the effect, which will get us up to 26. Then, guess we're just going to set this. Go to battle, and then we're going to just swing over this. And then we'll pass. Okay, so we've got 2 traps in Graveyard. Okay, he's finally summoning his maximum. But now what's the play? No, he's just waiting to summon his max. He doesn't want to play the game. He just wants to get to his win con without doing anything else, basically. Okay, we'll use a trap card to stop this. Still no goat, which is kind of what we're looking for here. We'll activate this effect. There's goat into the graveyard. That's quite nice for us. So this doesn't work, this doesn't work. So that puts us in a bit of a weird spot where until we can actually deal with his guy, we can't actually play the game. We'd need... See, this is the annoying part of this, is... Because he's not doing anything, we can't do anything. I need... Traps are reactive, right? I need him to play the game so that we can play the game. Even setting this doesn't do anything, outside of, like, if he has back row hate and he hits the wrong one. I mean, I guess we'll set this just in case. And then we'll just end. I probably should change this to defense, but other than that. Okay, setting more cards. Activates the effect. It's funny as well how now suddenly people are playing Vast Vulcan. When Vulcan, basically, I haven't seen Vulcan on ladder in so long, and now suddenly this guy's just playing... Like, we've run into 2 Vulcans today. Okay, how many traps is that now? It's 4? That's really not what we wanted to draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, can we hit a trap card, please? Nope, not allowed to hit traps. Ah, this is so frustrating. Right, I guess we'll just go to defense mode. Then we'll just set and pass. But what else can we do? Had to do some adjustments already. I feel like decking out is a big issue for this deck. So decking out has actually not been an issue for us at all so far. The only issues we've run into is, one, if we find night vision early. Oh, come on. Our opponent is so cringe. Let's find another game. This is awful, bro. Yeah, the issues that we've been having is if we find too many night vision early, we use too many resources, we can't play the game. And we're also finding that if we find too many spell traps, obviously we just again have unplayable. Decking out hasn't remotely been even close to a problem for us just yet. It's like the biggest issues we've run into is either when our deck lets us down by giving us really terrible hands, or when we get burned to death by Vulcans, which has happened twice now, or when our opponent was just playing Aqua and just gained, it was up to 8,000 life points on turn 2. And I'm like, what are we supposed to do against 8,000 life points turn 2? Which is a shame. I think this is probably... I think this deck is probably cope. After testing it a little bit, I feel like there's too much in the meta that just absolutely shits on it. I think... Okay, current win streak 3,408. I'm assuming that's a bug. Night vision early again. We don't want him early. I think we just set full pass. How? What are you referring to, Skywings? We are just... Today is not our day, is it? We are just getting sacked after sacked after sacked today. Okay, yeah, I didn't want to play the game. The win streaks is probably just a bug. Because this guy's deck is ass, realistically. Also, why did you not use Torna's effect, bro? Okay, we only take 3,000 at least, I suppose. Our back row is basically completely dead right now. We basically need to draw a whole brand new hand, and we have to answer Torna. We still don't have any trap cards, so I actually think we probably have to bin that just to get it into grave. Why do we don't have to use it? No, we don't. We don't. Alright. There's no real reason to use that, so I think we just set. Tribute 1, Tribute 2. Summon this. Set. Go to battle, and then try and swing into this. Mind you, are we just dead? And we have got Goat. And he does use the negate attack there. We're probably dead. This isn't looking good for us. This guy is open cracked and is playing like ass. And it upsets me so much. Like, here's this as his turn 2 board behind a negate attack. Okay, he hits like a worse back row. Oh, and he's drawn double Inferno. Bro, are you serious? Thank God he missed the only one that matters, but still. Yeah, we let that one go. We stop that one. And we get to keep playing the game, which is quite nice. Unfortunately, again, if our opponent's on Combustion to try and hurt... he shouldn't be on Combustion, considering the back row's already got on Graveyard. Why? Why are you showing up now, Night Vision? Come on, I just want to play the game. Alright, we'll activate Night Vision. We're gonna... I'm just gonna summon another Night Vision, you know? Activate Night Vision. Set. Battle. Try and get rid of one of these. Pass turn. Alright, let's see what he does. There's an okay chance we live here. Dragon's Inferno, please stop destroying my back row. If we go straight to battle, we're kind of chilling. Like, we have to use our slime to not die, but... Oh, I should have used that there. It doesn't really matter, though. Alright, we'll go Archfiend Soldier, and then we just have to pray he doesn't have Combustion Crisis, which again, he shouldn't have Combustion Crisis. Okay, let's see what he does. Activates Light Ray Sorcerer for no reason whatsoever. Activates Blue Eyes Bright. Goes for the swing. Oh, we have to do this just to live. Have we seen his other boss monsters at all yet? So we should have 2 more Taunt in the deck. Unfortunately, we can't beat Taunt. We physically do not have a way to beat Taunt. So it's not looking good for us, lads. I'm pretty sure we're basically screwed. But let's see what he does. Is Set Quantum Hole fine, or was I coping? It hasn't really come up whatsoever. So... And we're just dead? Yeah, we're just dead. There's nothing we can do here. Behold, Combustion Crisis! I think this deck is a cute idea, and if it did work, it would feel really nice. I think the problem this deck is going to have is so many decks don't care about the back row, right? Like, so Counter Pigeons is going to be really good into a deck that doesn't just boost their guys or weaken yours. So what that means is, like, Light Machine basically doesn't care about Counter Pigeons. Overlord doesn't care about Counter Pigeons. Ragnarok doesn't care about Counter Pigeons. I mean, I guess Royal Rebels don't care about Counter Pigeons. So that makes this card feel a lot worse. Then Combustion Crisis is really good into some decks, but as we've seen, completely useless against others. And when you're just playing this as a 600 burn card, it just feels really mid. So because of that, it makes the other traps then have a lot more weight. Music Princess's Recital, again, against some decks, really, really strong. Against other decks, not super duper great, right? And then the same with the Guard. Like, these cards are almost like opposites, right? Like, Recital is going to be really good if your opponent is trying to, like... It's good in the right situation if your opponent tries to clear all your monsters and they get direct attack in. So this is going to be really good against something like Dragius, I guess. But that's the issue with both the Guard and Recital, is neither of them are particularly good into Innovator. Now, they can be good into Innovator, but your opponent doesn't have to do anything other than just summon out a big Innovator, give it piercing and attack over your defense monster as like the first attack. And then it makes stuff a little bit awkward. Which leaves just kind of the 3 biggies. And all the other traps feel kind of bad. Like, again, I really want Counter Pigeons to be good, but I feel like most of the time, it's going to be irrelevant, right? It's like Counter Pigeons to protect Night Vision. Night Vision is only a 22. It's going to reduce their attack by their level times 100. So if they attack us with, I don't know, let's say an Innovator, and that Innovator's boosted its attack up to like, 34 plus, it doesn't matter if we hit it with the Counter Pigeons. If we're playing against Cyburst and they lower our attack, again, it doesn't matter if we hit them with the Counter Pigeons. I think the issue is there are so many skills that weaken monsters. I guess primarily that's the 2 maximum skills in Overload and Maximum Ragnarok, which makes Counter Pigeons just feel really naff, as well as the other 2 good decks in the format also don't really care about it. Yeah, it just doesn't feel good. Which makes me kind of want to play more copies of the Guard and Recital, but then they have their own problems. On top of the fact that Aqua's a deck that exists, I think we're going to bench this for now. I think realistically, this deck has so many holes in it that we're not going to be seeing anything like... We're not going to get any of these like crazy win streaks off the deck outside of like our opponents being really bad or us getting very, very lucky. And that's not what we want to showcase here. So now we're going to try and play some Aqua. We're going to see how the Aqua deck goes. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Is the new cards in Rush Duel Links good? I mean, it's too early to say, right? In a vacuum, some of the cards are good, right? Some of the cards need a little bit more before they become good. So, like, it's a bit awkward. I didn't think it viewed as an insult. Oh, don't worry about it. Yeah, I have been Red Eyes Monarch instead. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I want to test. But, unless you test it, you'll never know, right? That's kind of where we're at. Did we just, like, go aggressive? I mean, we don't have to, like, go super aggressive. We could just do, like... Summon these 2. I think we'll do this. We'll go 1, 2, set, activate the skill. We'll boost this, and we'll boost this. We'll go to battle, and we'll just get in for a whopping 4,000 damage and see what our opponent does. Afterburn is heal, exactly. Hola, tomato, brickful. I mean, hopefully we don't full brick. Oh, we're against you. I didn't, because your name doesn't have the capital letters in it on your Twitch like you do in game. I completely did not register whatsoever. I mean, you must have been able to summon a monster last turn, but there was no reason to. Like, theoretically, we could have done this to try and, like, make the brick bigger, but, like, I don't think it was necessarily worth it. Losing the back row also doesn't really matter. Straight to battle. Clocks that for the 14, clocks that for the 3 would be the guess. Even though Nian Nian unfortunately doesn't do anything from this point. There's a hand. Okay, what do we want to do with this? I think we always... Seahorse, activate Seahorse, grab back Kanan. go ahead and Tribute 1, Tribute 2, summon out everybody's favorite leading lady. Go 1, 2, activate the skill. I think here we do just boost these two. That a new follow. Thank you for the follow. Alloy Swiss Turbo? I'm going to go with that. I don't know if that's anywhere near correct, but that's what we're going with. Right, we want to swing into this first in case it is a recital. Then we swing with this. And then I'm assuming it's nothing, but it could be a guard. It is nothing. Oh, unfortunate, Ray. Would have been cool to get a real game going, but unfortunately that is just the way the cards lie sometimes. We've had our fair share of bricks today, so we fully understand. Thanks for the duel. You know, I appreciate that you're that you're saying thanks for the duel, even though it was basically a non-duel. Like, that is sportsmanship, that is camaraderie, that is everything we love to see in a Rush player. Did you try tournament mode? No, we have not tried tournament mode yet, Kamego. I'm not really sure how to set it up. We might try one like towards the end of the stream, if anyone like wants to bother trying that, but like it's one of those weird, like you have to set it up like 3 hours in advance and ugh. When will Konami free Seahorse? Never. Seahorse will forever be... No! Ah! I just want to say, if we go to our deck info, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 4 of our 5 boss monsters in hand. Setting a card doesn't actually change anything, because we don't draw any more cards by setting 1 card. So there's literally no reason to do anything. Alloy Cu Turbo. Cu. Cu? Alloy Cu Turbo. We're going to go with that. Alloy Cu is the name of the teddy bear. I completely lost that. In Brideshed Revisited. Okay. It's pretty bad for me. Custom system limited ban list, and there's no player cap. I sold all my other Rush decks to the Vagabond for Can Melody, so I hope the deck is good. I mean, I hope it's going to be good as well. Hey, we are still alive. I don't think it matters, but we are still alive. Don't worry, guys. Kanan's got this. We also can't even use this because we need to have 2. Now, we tribute to summon forth. Go! Not only have we bricked hardcore, he even has trap cards to use. What? I respect it. I respect using it there. We'll let our opponent finish us off. Oh no, my hydration. The thing is, imagine this happens in a tournament, right? What do you do? What do you do if this happens? Like this is something that could happen at Worlds, right? We'll have like Giorfio, Paco, Quantum, we'll have Volt, we'll have like Angry Angel, we'll have all these like really good players, and they'll just be like, I've opened 5 boss monsters, I can't play the game. That could happen. It's happened before. I remember I was watching the Magic the Gathering World Championships before, and one of the players just didn't have any mountains and just couldn't play the game. And it was like, that's why I lost his hydration. Ah! Chainlink 1 cried. This Aqua deck looks dehydrated. Oh no, we're getting in all the puns now. Right, let's see if we can draw playable. Ooh, if this is actually Rebels. Oh, it's not Rebels. Okay. Rebels is a weird deck right now. I don't actually think Rebels has a bad matchup right now. It's one of those decks that just punishes you for going wide, and every deck in the format right now kind of wants to go wide, and every deck has to go wide except like 1 or 2. I think we do this. I don't really want to give up the Gazelle this early, but... Yep, opening 2 bosses is the #1 indicator your game may be over. Pretty much. What happens when you open 4, Manicas? It's time for it's time for hydration, people! But my psychic list is different, to say the least. Nice, nice. Be interesting to see what ends up being, like, the best way to play psychics. I mean, he's got 2 cards in hand, so we can't, like, do anything too crazy here. I don't really want to get rid of the Gazelle, but, like, what better option do we have here? Alright, we're going to tribute you and you. Summon out you. We'll flip you up. We don't even need the attack power boost, but, like... We'll go Fashion of Faith here. Activate Fashion of Faith. Take that draw, which is quite nice. We'll activate the effect of Diankito the Boogie Master. We'll send this to the grave to gain 1,000 life. We'll then set. Why can't I use my skill? What's turned my skill off? It has to be a normal monster, normal summoned that turn. I see. Right, well, let's just swing with this then. Let's get greedy. Yeah, greed always pays off. Is this noodles? Oh, it's dinosaurs. It's just dinos. It's pure dino. Oh, bro is so based. You can't hate someone who just plays dinos, man. Like, I mean, there still could just not be dinos, but like, I've got my fingers crossed this is just dinos. Ah! Okay, this is fine. This is fine. We don't have our goat yet, but this is fine. Everyone stop panicking. We say goodbye to 2 of our aqua monsters. If we find any boss, I guess we'd need hydration as well to be sure. Because that back row could mess us up. But we're looking for any boss. Well, I guess it has to be a level 8 boss. Or we'll just draw that and it's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll just get rid of it. And we'll go Carrier. Activate Carrier. Grab back Canaan. Normal Canaan. Set this. Set this. Activate Buffett Slime. Right, Disco Fever, that's the right one. We just had the Freudian slip of all time there. Alright, does he have anything? Looks like no. Ah, I feel bad that we just drew the best possible out. We did already have the TSA, so we could have gotten a load of damage in either way. Well, it would have gone down to 13, so we couldn't have got damage in. We still would have needed a boss. But if we had found any level 8, we could have just killed it. I believe we'll get worm support next mini. I mean, fingers crossed, right? Hello, Tomato Saw, bullying the dinos, I see. I mean, we have to bully someone. We've been getting bullied this morning. We had a couple of really good games, and then everything went super downhill. I wonder why this skill even bothers to limit you to the turn you normal summon a normal aqua. It just seems so arbitrary. For like, I mean, don't get me wrong, the skill is good, right? The attack boost is very nice. I don't really want to lose both my gazelles this early, but I guess some things just have to happen. As long as we don't draw another boss next turn, we're actually looking kind of good right now. Let's see what he does. No, Dino Bro. Poor Dino Bro. You've got to respect the people that just, they queue up with the deck they love. No matter how bad it is. Because I love dinosaurs. I've always been a massive fan of dinosaurs in every card game. Oh, don't barrel dragon off the SL. Like that, right? If that was any of the Aqua boss monsters, I don't care, right? It had to be Barrel Dragon. At least he whiffed it, so that's at least something going for us. Chose to not use the skill. Going under the assumption, because he's got Hydration. We've got Canaan. We assume he's playing Disco Fever, so he chose not to give a boost to his guy. Unfortunately, again, our Seahorse is not yet online, which is a bit disappointing. So we will set. We'll set. Tribute 1, Tribute 2. We'll normal out Fashion of Faith, activate its effect. That is very awkward. So I guess we're going to just discard it. Get a look at his hand. You know what? I don't think you need that Seahorse Carrier. Let's get rid of that. We will then set, and I don't really want to use my thing yet, but it's a little bit greedy, but we're going to go for it. We'll swing. Okay, everything's fine. We want to hold the TSA for when it's going to be more relevant, but if he pops it, it really stings, because we want to get the cards back in our deck, ideally. We want to leave one boss in graveyard at all times, in case we find Shoulder Phone. No matter what he hits, this sucks for us. That's his last hydration, though. Okay, we do lose the Buffered, which does suck. Are the Worm Fusions any good? They are... So the Gantry Dragon Fusion is really good, because it just brings bodies back from the graveyard. Oh, what are you doing, bro? Are you just playing Hammer Crush Deal? Oh, I thought this was cool. This is just... It's just aggro. I thought that you were the chosen one. That's also really bad, because now we die to anything off the top. And we can't leave that, though. It has to go. So we always do this. Yeah, it's not looking great for us here, to be honest. If he just summons any boss, we're dead. But, like, what else can we do? It's this or just death. Go to battle, swing, and swing. So, alright, we didn't see a boss. So there is a chance he just doesn't draw a boss, right? It's not far-fetched to think. There's another bot. Get out of here, you. Who the fuck plays aggro in COG? I mean, to be fair, he's testing out the new, like, aggro, right? Like, he's testing out the new stuff, I would assume. Actually, saying that, he hasn't played a single new card yet. I assume they must be in here. Hey, boss monsters. Sure, we'll go Hydration. I'd love to destroy a card, you know. Let's go for that one. That's quite a nice hit, you know. Tribute 1, Tribute 2. Summon this. He's got freeze! That's very funny. Okay. Can we game him now? Because I could just summon this over it. Yeah, that's just lethal, right? So we just summon. Tribute over this for Gator. Activate the skill. Boost this. Boost this. Swing. Swing. And swing. Alright, just a casual 6,700 damage. Yeah, we'll take that. That worked out alright. Did we do a 10 win streak Psychic run yet? Or we did try. We're saving Psychic Quantum, right? Right. If there's anything I've learned, is there is a very dedicated Psychic community. There is not a dedicated community for any other type as much as there is Psychic, right? So, I'm going to let the Psychic bros cook, whilst I start cooking with some other bits and bobs first. What we've cooked today is we tried a little bit of the Trap Pigeon deck, and I think without a skill, it's not the best. I think if you tailor it to be a specific deck and then play against only that deck, it could be really strong. But if it's not tailored, it just feels like a lot of the back row just doesn't work how you want it to. So now we're just playing everybody's favorite, the Aquas. Because I mean, everyone likes Aquas. Who doesn't like Aquas, right? Anyone that says they don't like Aquas is just lying. They're lying to themselves. It's another weird hand, this. I guess I will set this. It's a bit of a weird one now, because originally it was like, yeah, you always want to get your normal Aquas in the graveyard for Seahorse. But now it's like, well, you also kind of want to keep them, so because they turn your skill on. 7 was my highest, and then I bricked. Against Voltalon, I mean, it is also Volt. Volt has like a superpower where he just forces his opponents to brick. He's very powerful. But saying that, we should actually, since he's here, we always want to give our shout-outs where we can, because there are some streamers that give out a load of shout-outs all the time, and I want to, like, pay it forward, right? So we're going to give a shout-out to Quantum Cubes, and we do still have our custom command for Grand as well. We need to update all of those, to be honest. We need to just complete... the problem is I'm really lazy when it comes to doing anything to do with Twitch. That's my biggest kind of issue right now. We've kind of just drawn nothing. So I guess we're just going to keep chilling. I mean, do I clear this? I could take 1100 in return. But I do get rid of one of his cards. He's going to be tribute summoning out again anyway, no matter what. There's an okay chance, though, that he doesn't have anything, like, super meaningful to do. I think we'll just do this. Let's see what he does. How many packs did you open from the new box? I mean... I think the first run through we got a little bit lucky. I think we had like 12 left when we finished it, but the other 2 runs went all the way down, like, basically to the bottom. Like, maybe there was like 1 or 2 packs left. I want to start streaming my Psychic Saga, but my computer is older than Kazuki Takahashi. Yeah, that might pose some issues, you know, Manicist. You could try streaming from phone, but it's not quite the same experience. Don't just drop Innovator. I haven't got any boss monsters yet. I haven't got any spell or trap cards yet. I can't play the game yet. Okay, at least it's not a second Innovator. Gonna get back a 1500 attacker. Slap that down. Go for 3 attacks. Now, my guess is he's probably just going to attack straight across with all of them, and we're going to take a crap ton of damage. If he does attack the goat, we're kind of okay. But we're only getting 2 draws, and they'd have to be hyper-specific to actually out this board. Yeah, that's half our life points gone immediately. Not very good for us. Worms have 5 fusions. Do you know which ones are not worth playing? I don't think any of them are... Oh, for God's sake. Are not worth playing. The worst part is he hasn't seen a single back row hate, and now he's going to draw, like, 1 straight away off the top. There's nothing we can actually do about this, is there? Like, all we can do is just put monsters down. Like, he's got the piercing. We just have to hope that our buffered slime just doesn't get popped. Otherwise, we're just dead anyway. Yeah. Well, we'll go next. Unfortunately, that was just a non-game. That was one of those games that just didn't start, didn't stop. Any chance we'll see Monarch stuff soon? Even though it's probably not very good. I doubt it. A lot of the Monarch stuff are Galaxy, so I wouldn't expect to see them until Go Rush comes out. So, we'll have to wait and see. A lot of the Worm fusions, by the way, Ranked Referee, are from Go Rush. So, if they're fire monsters, and they're all to do with Blast Hammer, those are typically going to be Go Rush stuff, which means I would expect them to be attached to a Go Rush character, because it's one of the main Go Rush characters. So I wouldn't expect any of that stuff to come out. So you'd be looking at, like, the Gantry fusion, and... our opponent doesn't have any skill. Oh, we can whip it up quick, right? We can just have a quick peek. We go Worm. We go Fusion. Are we first or are we second? No, we're second, which means we can just do whatever we want. So yeah, this is a Go Rush one, this is Go Rush, this is Go Rush. So it's these Earth ones. These are the ones that we're likely to get. So Build Dream is pretty good. Send a card from your field zone to the graveyard, destroy 2 monsters. You could probably understand why that's good. And this is, again, a 7s one, so it's likely to come out. Ridge, Worm, Hand Tool is also pretty good. Send the top card of it to the graveyard, gains 2 untrapped at the end of this turn. Then if there's a field spell, then if there, yeah, you can add a Peaks or Silver Mountain from your graveyard to your hand. So again, that's not going to come out until we get the other one. Okay, I mean, this hand is potentially pretty spice. Let's see what happens. Let's get out Security Master first. Microsmarino. So that is a name. I'm gonna have to try and dissect that in a minute. Right, fashion. That is not what we wanted to draw, but I suppose we'll discard this and take a look at your hand. I don't really like that I'm discarding any of these. He's probably the scariest. Oh no, let's get rid of the max. It's probably the one he wants to keep the most, but it's like whatever. Well, that one he wants to get rid of the most even. We'll swing with this. We'll get him for 29. And we'll pass. We still got 1,000 life points, which is still worth. Right, what do we have it? So Marino Smarinoskus. That is just a name. That is a name. You did not draw after we discarded a piece from your hand. You did not just hard draw the rest of it. No, okay, you're still bricked up. I think we just win then, my friend. We do need to find another aqua monster. That is quite integral to this strategy. Do we even have a normal engrave? No, we don't. Very awkward for us, but... Right, we'll summon this. We'll go ahead and use the hydration. Pop this. I guess I'm not even going to bother using that, I don't think. We'll go to battle. We'll just swing with this. Just to guarantee we get rid of it in case it is a Cycloptron randomly. This is so weird. We've had so many non-games today. I mean, to be fair, again, he's not on a skill, so it's a bit weird, but like... When you try to say it, it's really funny. I'm a British man, and I really do not know where like the gaps in this name are, other than like Mirko Marinos Couscous, and I'm just like words. I'm definitely seeing Marino S Marino Ukos at the end. It kind of reminds me of the whatever the bunny girl from Hero Academy is called. Cannot remember what her name is. It's like Mirako or something. No, I got that completely wrong. It's Rumi apparently. No, Mirako was one of her names apparently. The rabbit hero Mirako or Mirko, which is pronounced Miruko. Why are we talking about couscous? Sometimes couscous is just on the mind. That's just how it be, right? Sometimes you just you have it incepted into your brain and you can't think about anything else. Right, let's see what Lucas has for us. Unfortunately, this hand. This is not the best hand in the world. Not gonna lie. I'm not feeling confident we're gonna win this one, lads. This might be another one of those non-starter games. I don't think we want to just fire off the Tribute to the Doomed. This is gross. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. People be cooking. Exactly. Just call me Marinos. Now, is that Marinos or Marinos? That's the next question. Right, well, we lost our hydration. That's not the best start. What is couscous? Couscous is food, is the best way to just sum it up in one word. It's, it's like Samola. Not Samola. Oh, what's the word? It doesn't... Let's put it this way. It doesn't look particularly appetizing when you look at it, but it tastes alright. Couscous with couscous. That's definitely a hand. I mean, like, we're not dead, so there's still hope. Look, all of our hope showed up. Unfortunately, we still cannot beat the power of Piercing Dragon Bunker Strike. We also really want to beat over this if we can. Alright, let's go Tribute to the Doomed. We're just going to discard this. We're going to get rid of this. That's step one of the plan. Then we're going to summon this. Set this. Set this. I guess we're just setting this. Like, it feels bad, but like, I don't really want to leave it in attack mode when we're on 27. Right, can we clear this? We can clear that. What are his backrow then? That means he's probably got like TSA and a legend spell, which is really not ideal for us. It's like Rice, but cheaper. Yeah. The two ways you said it are wrong. How many other ways can you say it? Marinos? Marinos? If you want me to pronounce it any better, you're going to have to spell it out phonetically, I'm afraid. Another mini box with no dino support. Exactly. So we got this Marinos. We got to really... What's the word? We got to really enunciate that middle part of the word. I mean, we just let this go, right? I don't think we really care about maintaining Kanan the Sword Diva. What do we draw for turn? I mean, it's not the best hand, but it's playable. Summon. We'll go ahead and just drop down the hydration. We'll pop this. That's a very nice pop. I think... Do we keep both of these in hand? That can't be the correct. We can clear both of these, though, which make me want to. Right, no, we can do this. We'll put this to the bottom. Then we'll weaken this. Then we'll do this. This is the play. This is the play. This is the line. We'll swing into this. Then we'll clear this. And just like that, our life points are somehow even. Enos. Okay, Enos. Just to be obnoxious. Metatron theme just casually playing. The Metaton. Did we have the Metaton theme playing? Was that the last song we had? I wasn't really paying attention. Don't weaken my guys. Man, Undertale music just slaps so damn hard for no reason. It's because Toby Fox was a music professional before making the game. That was like his thing, and then he just learned how to program around that. Piercing Dragon Bunker Strike. Why are we all in on the Piercing Dragon Bunker Strikes here? Like, it's just... What skill are we on? We know he's playing Mirageus. Thank you for following MacGyver Twitch TV. Once again, do we care? That's what, 11? And then that'll be 11. Yeah, we just take this. I will take my lumps. As long as we don't brick, we should be Gucci. We know one of our bosses is on the bottom of the deck, so we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, we're fine. Everything's fine. Alright, so we want to tribute this. Then we'll normal summon Brick Phone. We can activate Brick Phone. Oh, we didn't want to use Brick Phone here. I always forget about the having to get rid of a card. So we have just messed up a little bit here. Maybe it won't matter. We'll summon out this. Activate the effect. Do we discard? How much damage have we got? We got 11. If we just summon out both of these, boost them both by 8. Or is it 7? No, it's 7, right? So that'd be 21 to 6. So that's 17. Yeah, we should just have lethal, right? So we'll summon this. Activate this. And I'm pretty sure it's lethal without TSA, but we also have TSA. Go, TSA! Just in case my maths is awful, which, spoiler alert, it could be. Once again, that's not really a game. Like, that was kind of a non-game again. I want to get some nice replays, but Was that a nice replay? Like, we won, but, like, I don't think that was a good replay. I don't think that showed off what our deck did, and I don't think that showed off what our opponent's deck did. Reminded me I needed to follow? Yeah, thank you for the follow, Kaiser Justice. That is a name, though. Kaiser Justice. Imagine that being on your birth certificate. Oh, yeah, they released Dian Keto, the BDSM lady. Listen, right? What she does behind closed doors is between her and her clients. Really giving off author's poorly disguised fetish vibes. There's nothing wrong with that. Just because the author's writing a show for kids. Ugh, I don't want that in my hand right now. Or do I? Not really. This hand is a little bit crusty. We can still do stuff with it. It's just, like I say, it's just a bit awkward. I think we always summon one of these out no matter what. I think we leave the other one in hand. I don't think we go for the life point game, because I do want to have a boss monster for next turn, and we're expecting Dian Keto to get cleared up. So let's see what happens. Lamau, we don't kink shame here. Exactly. This is a safe space, okay? Hey, as long as it's consensual, I see no issue here. I feel like you're flowing into each other's conversation. Like, you're finishing each other's sentences. Alright, so Torna is going to happily deal with our Dian Keto. Not too good for us, but it is what it is. Straight to battle, so we do get to keep a body, which is also quite nice. I mean, we couldn't leave two bosses in our hand, though. That was just not happening. We can flip this up, which is nice, I suppose. I don't think we need to harbor Gazelle right now, so we'll summon that out. We'll go ahead and tribute both of these. Summon the one, the only, the BDSM Queen. Fashion of Faith comes down. Activate the effect. Boost draw. Ah, that is an interesting draw. We don't need to put the card back, but we could also just get a boss from Graveyard. Oh. How do we want to do this? If I use it, we could get rid of that, get the boss back tribute too. That doesn't seem super worth it, so I don't think we're going to bother with that. I think instead we're just going to go for the Kanan. We're going to go ahead and use Security Master's effect, and we're just going to rip that card out of his hand. So we'll set. Activate our skill. We're going to boost this up. And we're going to boost this up. We'll go to battle. We'll swing with this. If he has very specific back row, this does play around a lot of it. I mean, you're not dead, even if you take all of this, so... Okay, so we know the back row's chainable. We do not know what it is, though. In before negate attack? I mean, if you had negate attack, would you use it there? I think there's an argument to not use negate attack there. The only reason I would not... Like, I would be forced to use it would be if I thought my opponent was going to... Ooh. I see what deck we're playing now. I always forget that this is a spellcaster deck. Why would you weaken this, though? You're probably just about to change it to defense mode. There goes Buffett Slime, which again is fine. 2 cards in hand, which means we're fine. If we're going to change this to defense, there's no reason to weaken it, but if we're only summoning the one monster, it doesn't matter either. Okay, we're just going to use this. Okay, this does clear the whole board. He is only on 800, so if we do draw a Hydration, we should... Bro, I think you forgot to press a button. Oh, would you look at that? It's hydration. That's so nice. Let's just drop that down. Let's just get rid of that. Ah, yeah. Guess we'll just summon. Let's not waste this guy's time. We'll just slap over.
Get out of here.
Now, unfortunately, our opponent did misclick a little bit there. It wouldn't have made any real difference, but it is still unfortunate. Because as long as he has the 1200 in attack mode, we just summon out our Kanan, we use our skill, Kanan goes up to 21, we attack over, we get 900 damage in, we drew the hydration to get rid of the back row, so it did not matter in the slightest, but bro still misclicked. Could Essel be played in Aqua? Essel can be played in Aqua, but Essel is a bit awkward in that in order to get maximum value out of Essel, you want to be able to use Essel in a deck that can get damage in through set 3 as an open, because on that turn 2, although getting out an extra boss is nice, which to be fair, if you're playing D and Keto the Boogie Master, might be worth it, just because you can get value off of it just from being on your side of the field. So there is maybe some logic there, but without the ability to pierce or multi-attack or destroy face-down monsters, I don't really like playing Essel. That's because, again, it doesn't have that same impact. Here comes the Great Magnum! No, it just doesn't exist. Reboot. Do you know what other high-level monster would work well with Monarch? I've been trying to make a good build for a while. I don't think anything is going to be ideal. Like, no matter what, I don't think any deck or any boss monster is going to work super well with it. So I think some will work well better than others. I think maybe Blue Eyes could be one of the better ones to use, but he didn't use the effect, still would have won next turn. Yeah, well, easy game, Keck. W. Is this the list you sent in the kitchen? Is this the list we sent in the kitchen? Maybe. It's been a while. I just tend to tweak things throughout the day. That's how this kind of goes. We're against Finisher again, who last time didn't really... Yeah, he still hasn't got skill. Lamar, you're going to have to turn off your microwave. I refuse to turn off my microwave, okay? If my food needs to be heated very quickly, the microwave is the go-to utensil. I will not have Konami try and deny me my birthright. I'm not a big fan of this hand. I'm actually going to do this. We're going to go Kanan, Brick, Brick. We're going to activate our skill. How greedy we feeling? We're feeling kind of greedy. Go. Come on, kill it. We just need to hope that 12 clears. I want my greed. Right, Recitel's fine. We're going to get another Recite out of you, because that's also fine. Widespread, okay. Why does he have no skill? There are some people, Paco, that play in King of Games that are doing challenge runs. Some people just aren't very good. Sometimes they just want to level up a character, but they don't have the cards, so they're playing, you know, the cards they have as a different character that doesn't have access to that skill. In my opinion, the big Wilhel isn't particularly good either, to be honest. Yeah, that's how I've been feeling as well. I do really like Little Wilhel. I think Little Wilhel's kind of cool. Who doesn't love Little Wilhel? He's a funny little guy. Who doesn't love a funny little guy? Once again, I have no reason to go aggressive with a big boss monster. We don't have enough bodies to end on like a huge board. So I think we'll probably just chill. I don't think we need to set a second one of those, so we'll set this, even though it's realistically not doing anything. We are going to go ahead and use Disco Fever still, just in case his set monsters do have fat butts, and we do like fat butts, but we don't like it when they wall us off. There's no fat butt there. There's no fat butt there. And there is no fat butt there. So the only card he'd realistically be using is Cyclotron, but because he's not playing a skill, he could technically be on anything, right? We don't know. They need the rest of their family one of these days. Hey, Monosync, welcome on in. Let's do a quick shout out to Monosync. Got to remember how to do this now. Monosync has been running the No Limits, No Skills Rush Duel tournaments, which are very fun. They're very refreshing to play and very different from, you know, the more standardized tournaments that we've been playing as of late. Alright, there's no reason to keep these around, so we'll get rid of both of them. Oh, he's got freeze! Oh no, not freeze! But now I can get damage in. Behold, all of my women. Go, Disco Fever. I would love to select another card. Swing! Swing! Get in for 21! Fast up. I love Fat Butts, Tomato 2024. We've already said this is a safe place, right? If anyone has any weird fetishes, keep them to yourself, but we won't shame you for having them. Like, we don't want to turn our chat into a smut chat, but you know, no one here is gonna shame you for having any kind of weird fetish as long as it's legal, right? Nothing illegal. That's not okay. No! I mean, to be fair, we do have 2 talismanic seal arrays, so we're probably fine. But still, no, maximum, Do we just, like, ultimate BM? Yeah, of course we do. Oh, wait, we needed that in the graveyard, didn't we? Because we don't actually have enough monsters. We now need to draw a boss monster. We've drawn a boss monster. We have drawn perfectly. How have we done this? We don't need anything. We've got absolutely everything we could ever need. Sure. We'll summon out Fashion of Faith as well. Why not? We'll activate the effect. Give me a draw. We have so many options. It just does not matter. We'll just drop this, I guess. Get rid of that. We'll just pop this. I'm not even going to use the skill. I think it was BM to use the skill at this point. We'll beat him to death with Dommy Mommy and her sidekick, the security guard. But there we go. My level up decks for Sushi or Vanilla Pens for Speed Duel and Maximum Dinos for Rush. Maximum Dinos is a pretty based level up deck, I've got to say. Yeah, Little Wilhel I think is really good. A true statement has never been said. The out, hoping that Dark Dragons are great. I hope they are, but so we said this at the start of the stream. I don't know if you were, I think you were here at the very start, Ninja-E. But we basically said that I think most people should just use the old skill rather than the new skill. I think the Full Metal Fist is a little bit better overall. Doesn't have like the negative of Full Metal Fist is that you can only use it with Metagears. The positive is that it's just better. It gives 100 extra attack and doesn't halve your damage, right? So, Prison Mummy, I have sinned. Makes sense. Is this the same Luke player we were playing against earlier? I can't remember if his name was Mayhem or not. I think he had these sleeves, so I think this is the same player. I mean, I think we always go for the draw off of Fashion of Faith. So Tribute to Summon, normal Fashion of Faith, activate the effect, or a card. I don't, as much as I would love to rip a card, I think I'd rather just maintain the advantage and then see what he does. Because he draws up to the same number of cards either way, right? So we'd be down a card, we'd be up 1,000 life points, we might get out of his hand a card that could stop us, but he could just have multiple cards that deal with our board anyway, so it might just accomplish nothing. Alright, let's see what we draw for turn. This is looking quite nice. Unfortunately, we can only do that when we normal summon. I mean, I guess we just do this then, right? We'll go Fashion of Faith. Activate Fashion of Faith. We will Tribute to. I think we just go ahead and use Security Master. Is that a multi-strike dragon Dragius? That might be a pain in the butt. Let's just get rid of that. Alright, let's go Hydration. We're just going to randomly pop something. Let's YOLO that one. Whoa, is that a really good back row we just hit? Whoa, just Sniper Elite over here. Let's just boost this one. Attack! Don't be a Cycloptron. They do it. Yeah, that's right. Is that 6,000 damage on the board? So he has the slime as well. Okay, I respect that he had slime and negate attack. When you have nothing else, that is completely fine. I can't be mad at that. Just cannot be mad at that. Got another question. Does any know what skill would work best with Monarch? Because I've been using Legend Draw. It depends if you combine it with something else, right? Like, if you combine it with... Like, it could potentially go well in, like, Dark Magician or Blue Eyes. Their skills are kind of pseudo-generic now. Shame to rip Boss Monster, and they just normal Essel. Nice rip. There's no skills that are amazing for Monarch. I'm looking for one as well, but I guess only Hammer Crush for now. Oh, don't hit my trap, jerk. Okay. So... Where are we going with this? We lose this by 100. This gets weakened down so this clears it, and we take like 400 damage. And then we still have this. We still have Security Mummy. Alright, draw for 10. I mean, that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Do we want... Would we rather... Oh, we can just discard, can't we? Yeah, we've got everything we need. The world is our oyster. Why can't I use Seahorse Carrier? Do we not have any normals? We have normals. Oh, is it only light? It is only light. No. I mean, that's fine. Do we just leave it in attack mode? We could tribute over it. Or we could just not. I think we're going to set this. We're going to tribute over for this. We're going to activate Security Mummy. Okay. You don't want any of what we're selling. I can understand that. I don't think we had lethal. Maybe we did. I didn't do the maths. It would have been 13 plus 1,000, which would have been 23. Oh, it was exact lethal. It was exact lethal. Okay, that's funny. Aqua looks solid, not going to lie. Aqua feels okay right now. We only have 2 back row hate with Aqua. Doesn't feel great to only have 2. But I guess they're not limited to, like the psychic ones, so... Some people just want to clear the board as much as possible. I mean, that's part of the fun, right? Those people should probably just play, Blue Eyes or Royal Rebels, since they now have board clears. Who doesn't love the idea of just activating a card to clear the whole board? You don't even have to do anything. Oh no, it's happening again. It's new box day. How are we searching for opponent for more than 2 seconds? I mean, to be fair, it's still quite early, I guess. Like, a lot of the Americans have not woken up yet, or are not actively able to play it. It's not yet prime time. Alright, time to queue up. Mate, we get sniped constantly in here. We've already fought against viewers 2 or 3 times today. Finishing my Cyburst deck. Do you like 2 or 3 Yggdrago middle piece? I personally would like 2. I think it is a toss-up as to what ends up being better. I think most of the time people don't even bother summoning it. So... Alright, we finally found a game. And it's against Joseph from Mexico. Let's see what Mexico Joseph has for us. Playing Luke, so probably going to be the new skill. Well, no, we're on an archive skill. It's 10 PM in Japan right now, and a lot of Asia players probably sleeping. That's not true. They don't start the Angel Cup until 2 hours ago, so that would have been, what, like 8? Nah, they'll be playing until the early hours of the morning. Japanese players are degenerates just like us. I can't... I mean, I could clear this board assuming his back row's nothing. I guess we go for it. We'll go 1. We'll go 2. We'll also summon out Gazelle, because why not? We'll just go ahead and activate our skill. Target this. And target this. Go to battle. We'll swing over this. Boop. We'll swing over this in case he has Recital, which he doesn't. And then we'll just get him for 19. More past turn. Later, Tomato. I off for now. See ya, Drags, and thanks for stopping by, as always. Hope you have a great day. Right, let's see what Joseph's got for us. Put the card back. Kyberman's revealed. Adds the Blue Eyes Bright. Summons out Kyberman. Activates the effect. Sends it to graveyard. Summons out Blue Eyes Bright. That's all pretty standard. It's what we do after that's the scary bit. That's pretty good, because unfortunately we drew out Negate Attack early. We never really want to see Negate Attack this early, unless we have just a whole bunch of back row to go with it. So, not ideal. I don't even know what he bothers clearing here. Like, probably Gazelle. He doesn't even need to kill Gazelle. He doesn't need to clear any of this. Like, it's all irrelevant. If he just wants a little bit of extra damage, I guess Nian. Lots of back row, though. That's kind of scary. Not going to lie. So we're killing just the 2 weenies? No, we are going to kill that one. Okay. So we will draw for turn. I mean, we can clear this, I guess. We'll go Tribute to the Doomed. I don't really want to get rid of you. I think we're just going to get rid of this. Pop that. Summon Kanan! Summon Kanan! Do we want to do anything else with this? Because we could just, like, shuffle some cards back. Yeah, let's go for it. Why not? We'll put this and this back. Sure. Thunder Gazelle, you can have piercing for the turn. If I can actually somehow click on the right button. Right, Disco Fever goes off. We'll boost Kanan. And we'll boost Kanan. We'll go to battle and we'll try and get in. I'm not fully expecting this attack to land. Yeah, there's the negate attack. Which is fine. Cannon I can't? What's wrong with Kanan? It's Kanan! I'm not sure what's going on in the face department here. How many of the new 7's Road Sorcerer and 7's Road deck do you think it is optimal with? I would have to test it. I would assume it will be either 2 or 3 copies, just because. Worst case scenario, it's just tribute fodder, right? It's kind of whatever, but it's an okay statted body as well. And best case scenario, for the cost of 3 cards, you get out 2 really good boss monsters, which usually is going to be at least a higher investment. Usually it's at least a 4-card combo to get them out. So, all in all, I think it's pretty good. I'm not a big fan of this play. I would kind of like to see some boss monsters at some point. That would be really swell. Activates the... Why are we activating Torna? You want to change... okay. So that way you get rid of both the Kanans without having to crash. That makes sense. I don't think you need to do that, though. No, yeah. If you've got 2 Kanans, I get it. Okay, we take the Thou, which is not great. Alright. Now, if we could draw a boss monster, and just the one, Konami, don't give me more than 1. Or we're still going to get nothing. Okay. We can beat this board. So I guess it's fine. We'll go Seahorse Carrier. Activate the effect. Grab this back. Then we'll summon out Kanan. We'll go ahead and drop Hydration. We're going to pop this. Then we're going to summon out Fashion of Faith. We're going to go ahead and activate our skill. We're going to boost this. We're going to boost this. And we're going to boost this. Then we're going to set. And now we're going to debate if we're going to activate this. I can't use it anyway, so it doesn't matter. So we will go to the battle phase. We will swing into this. And we'll swing into this. And then, sure, we'll just ram it in. Then we'll pass. Alright. Let's see what our opponent has got for us. The Inkito is sleeping right now. The worst part is we're going to draw them all out at the same time. And it's going to feel really bad. It's going to be like, oh, look, here's a handful of just tribute monsters. And we're going to be like, oh, great. Thank you, Konami, for giving me exactly what I didn't want. Right, there's a Blue Eyes Bright again, which is, again, a little bit sketch. If he only has the 1 Blue Eyes Bright, it's not the end of the world. If he gets up 2, suddenly things start to look a bit sketch. Weakens our guy, summons up. Why have we done it like this, Joseph? What's going on here, Joseph? Like, you could have done this a lot better. You could have had me on 0 attack. Tributes 2, summons out Blue Eyes Bright, activates Inferno. Does he hit the correct back row? He hits the wrong back row. I mean, debatable. Does have the second, so yeah, he definitely hit the wrong back row. So now he pops that. Loses the Burst Stream. That's got to feel bad. So I can either take 28 or I can take 2k. So we'll just take the 2k here. Still no D and Keto, by the way. Let's see what we find. There's D and Keto. Is it too little too late is the next question. Summon this. We will then go ahead and tribute both. Summon this out. Activate Disco Fever. Boost its attack up. So we can reduce this by 16, so that's just lethal. Talismanic Seal Array, go! Okay, we'll just put these back. Not that one. Not that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd love to weaken you down. And then we'll just go to battle, and I will give you a nice little head pat. There you go. Nice little head pat with a whip. Casual 2300 damage, which by the way, I could not have killed him if it wasn't for his activations of Light Ray... Light Ray? Light Sorcerer of Sanctity. There we go, that's the one. Okay, that was a very weird game, but we got there in the end, and we did actually get to see what both of our decks could do, so that was actually an okay one for a replay, so we're just gonna casually take that one. Right, let's see what our next opponent's gonna be on. Kivace from Hong Kong, playing Asana. What kind of skill are we on? No skill! Oh boy. It's like, do we even care about playing with no skill? Part of me is like, if we go against people with no skill, we should just scoop. Because like, there's no reason to have no skill, right? Worst case scenario, you have life point gain. Mystic Dealer. Discarding the Dark Sorcerer. Yeah. Set some cards, I guess. I mean, I don't really need this, even. Nah, we'll leave 3 monsters on the field. That's what he does. That turn 1 max summon Lamau. He hasn't got a skill even, so he's not going to, like, set Mighty Gaze. What do you... Like... I really just do not know sometimes. You know as well, that wouldn't happen unless we were on stream. That just wouldn't... Your opponent just turn 1 summons the max, and then scoops turn 2. It's like... King of memes, exactly. We take those? Apparently so. We don't get a choice. We have to take those. But yeah, no words. Words escape me. They should have sent a poet to some sort of linguist, someone more verbose than I, to try and quite formulate what happened there. Okay, Thunder card. Playing with a Archive skill could mean we're playing against the Thunder deck, which would be nice. We have played against a couple of Thunder decks today already. None of those games went super well for our opponent. It just be like that sometimes. Truer words never spoken. Alright, we've got a defense mode monster. Now, is this just Blue Eyes? Is this just Blue Eyes again? It's just Blue Eyes, isn't it? Draw for turn. Is that a babysitter goat? Yeah, let's get funky here. We'll go Kanan. We'll set. We're going to tribute over to get out the Dean Keto. Out she comes. We're then going to summon out Fashion of Faith. Activate her effect. Draw a card. Well, I don't want that in my hand right now, so we're just going to get rid of it. Is that a Blue Eyes Bright Dragon in your hand? Right, we'll set. We'll go ahead and activate the skill. And we're going to boost up Fashion of Faith. Go to battle. Go get it, Fashion of Faith. Let's see if he has Recital. Does have the recital. Does he have a second? Wants to hold that, so that's either slime or negate attack. Thunder card, not playing Thunder deck. Shake my head. Exactly. It's so disappointing. Like, all you had to do was commit to the bit. But the sleeves and the mat are also very hard selling me on that he's on Dark Magician, right? It's like when you face Yugi with Battle Chronicle and they normal summon Dragon Spirit of White. Yeah. I mean, it's fine, right? But immersion, you know what I'm saying? Alright, my guess is that he's going to have... How greedy do we want to get here? Well, I kind of want to get greedy. Now, we'll be responsible. We're going to go ahead and activate this. I'm just going to go ahead and send Kanan to the graveyard. We're going to have a little peek at his hand. So I can gain 1,000 life points if I take one of his big boss guys out. But I could also just take this, which is very funny. No, I don't want you to have that. No. So this currently is only 36. So I think we do actually have to summon out Dean Keto. I wanted to hold it because there is a good chance that he's going to burst Stream of Destruction us. But I need to threaten lethal, right? Otherwise he just doesn't use his trap card in the middle there. In fact, we're actually hoping he doesn't use that trap card in the middle, because if he doesn't, that means we know that that one's still the danger card. Ah, I see what he's doing there. He saved a little bit of life by not using the slime. Okay, yeah, so he uses the slime now. Mills the Essel. That's fine. Everything is okay right now. So we know his hand currently is 2 boss monsters. If he finds a Kyberman, he's set. If he doesn't find a Kyberman, he might be in a spot of bother. Let us see what Thunder Card has for us. Okay. Light Sorcerer of Sanctity. Goes for the reduce. So far, so good. Then we have the Soul Drake. We're going to activate Soul Drake effect, sending both our monsters to the graveyard and reviving a monster from the grave. I'm not sure about this, because I would rather just summon out the card from my hand unless I have a Kyberman in hand also. So now we're going to flip over Burst Stream Destruction. It's going to be one of these 2 cards. Come on, you can do it. Burst Stream Destruction. I believe in you. Come on, buddy. You got this. Burst those streams. No, we just don't have Burst Stream Destruction. I'm just let down. I'm just going to do this now. Even if he has another back row to save him, like I'm just disappointed right now. Alright, let's go Hydration. We're gonna pop one of those back row. And pop this one. Let's get rid of that. That was a really nice hit. We're also gonna activate her effect. We'll just discard this. That's fine. We'll set this, and you know what, we're also gonna activate Tribute to the Doomed. We're gonna discard this, and then we're just gonna pop this Blue Eyes. We're going to go to the battle phase. We're just going to swing. He does have a back row that he can use. It is a recital. We attack over for 900. We'll get in for 14. Exactly. There it is. Okay, well. There it is. Not anything too remarkable. I think we will say that replay. We have been really starved for anything remotely like a good replay today. Like, so many games are just non-games. Either our opponent is playing a pile of crap, or they don't have a skill, or they brick, or we brick, or something. There's always something going on that stops us from getting good replays. Alright, Yuki from Indonesia. Let's see what you've got for us. Yoga Ordo. On a Yuga skill, so this could be still like 30 different things. Current win streak 8. Oh, a nice 8 win streak though, we'll take that. Although again, does it even count if we've been playing against like nothing decks? Okay, we're gonna set. We are gonna summon this out because I want the extra draw. Summon out Fashion of Faith. Activate Fashion of Faith. Set this. Pass turn. Right, let's see what our opponent's got for us. This could be Magnum, this could be SAR, this could be machines. This could be so many different things. Look who it is, old friend. Look how thin his legs are. His little bird legs. Attack mode's kind of scary. I hate Essel so much. Can we just get rid of this card already? Like, I'm so sick of this card. Send her away to the bin. Whoa. It's Volt Condor. It's Volt Condor. Bro still can't out our 2500 guy. Okay. Come on, give me a boss, give me 2 normals, and give me a hydration. Come on. That's almost what I asked for, so I can't be too mad. Right, we will. We'll go fashion. Activate fashion. What have we got in graveyard currently? We've got 2 fashion in there. That's actually really good for us. Do we just give this piercing? Because you only got to 20... No matter how you do it, it's very awkward. Alright, I think we're going to do this. We're going to summon this. Then we're going to tribute both. To drop this guy. Then we're going to summon out the Thunder Gazelle. We're going to activate Thunder Gazelle. We're doing this to put these 2 back in our deck. Because I really want to draw them again. Just give Thunder Gazelle itself the boost. Or the, not boost, you know what I mean. We'll go ahead and activate Disco Fever. Just going to boost this one. Go to battle. We will try and swing over one. Try and swing over the other. And then we'll go in with Piercing. Then we'll pass. Alright. Let's see what our opponent has for us here. Reincarnation. Okay, hold. Adds Lightning Volt Condor, so that will get him a plus. Beast Summoner comes down, activates the effect, summons out Volt Condor, I would assume. Into scooping the game. Okay. Unfortunately, still not a usable replay. Ah! That's fine. I don't want replays anyway. I'll probably, if this keeps going like this, I'll probably just have to play a bunch off stream in like 4 or 5 hours. And just hope that there's just a different pool of players on that are actually here to play. I am, right, despite the fact that we've had a lot of non-games, I am still really enjoying the Aqua deck though. I think the Bubble Era deck now does feel relatively strong. I don't know where I would, like, place it. I think it feels around the same power level as maybe, like, Worms. Like, kind of that kind of area. The Condor Dream is real. We might have to bring back Volt Condor ourselves. But I don't think Pigeon is the right place for it, personally. These are all cards. These cards all exist. Unfortunately, it's not a particularly strong open. Let's see what he does. We're going to have to see what ends up happening with the Geostrike deck. Because I think Mirror Geas also does have potential. Mind you, I hoped that the Pigeon Burn deck would be better. And that ended up being a bit of a flop. So who even knows? Alright, well, Tribute 1, Tribute 2. Summon out my Gal. Summon out the Fashion of Faith. Activate the effect for a draw. Gazelle is funny. It doesn't actually accomplish anything here, unfortunately. I think we will discard the Gazelle here. Actually, like, what is Seahorse Carrier doing for us right now? Right now, it's doing absolutely nothing. So I think I will get rid of that. We will set, go to battle. It's dragons, so there's a chance it's a 1300, so we will attack level 29. Yeah, okay. We were rewarded for playing sensibly. And we'll pass on that. Volt Condor is awesome, but how does it deal with max monsters? The same way that all the other decks do, right? You slap a fat Talismanic Seal Array or Tribute to the Doomed on them. If you think about it, a lot of decks don't outmaxes. Like, of the 4 big decks, like, Cyburst doesn't really deal with maxes super well. Dark Gear Strike. The time has come. Activates Illusion Strike Dragon. Why? Ah, okay, this makes sense. This makes more sense. Did we just let our guys die? I think we do. Like, as weird as it is. We take half damage. The bodies don't matter too much. Ah. That's not bad. Is there anything engraved we want back? Yes, there is. Certainly is. 1, 2, 3. If we get rid of this, I can get a second body back. I don't need the second body. We're in such a weird spot where I just like have so many options and I don't really need anything. Alright, let's go Kanan, Nyan Nyan, Thunder Gazelle. Then... do I even need to summon this? I could just use this, discard this, get rid of that, boost both of these. Like, we're in such a good spot. Right, we'll do this. We're going to go Tribute to the Doomed. I'm actually going to discard the boss monster. I'm going to pop this. We'll set this for the following turn. Activate the skill. Go for that one. And that one. Don't obviously need to use Thunder because he's got cards in his hand. And then, yeah, we just have lethal. Okay, we're going to save that replay as well, just because I think that's one of the better ones we've had. We might delete that one later. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Really want to build Psychics / Candy. Dinos just can't outmax without Tribute or Seal. I mean, there's a lot of decks that can't. Even the generic aggro deck can't. I'm looking forward to Tomato's Psychic deck test later and how the ratio is. I mean, it's one of those things, again, where... I mean, we did mention this earlier, but the Psychic community is so dedicated to that deck that I think, realistically, me testing it willy-nilly is not going to yield... Oh, speak of the Psychic community, is not going to yield any promising results. I think it's better to let them cook, take what they've cooked, and then maybe garnish it a little bit, right? Alright, this is how we lose our 10-win streak, everyone. Pay close attention. I have a replay of playing Starry Dragon against Magician's Magic and basically ended up playing a hand-rip version by intentionally targeting Starry Dragon so that he could discard to negate about 3 to 4 turns in a row. Or 3 or 4 times a turn. Jesus, okay. This hand kinda stinks, not gonna lie. Alright, let's do this and then see what happens. Yeah, unfortunately going second really stings here. If we went first, I would feel pretty confident. Oh, it's just Blue Eyes Rain. I don't know why I didn't clock that we're not playing... Oh, okay, so this is going to be Monarchs then. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Let's see where this goes. The hand didn't appear much good either. Nice. Okay, we boost it up to a 3000 attacker. Activates Burst Stream, so this can't attack anymore. Have we really... Am I about to get absolutely sacked into the ground by just... Oh, no. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. First, I really thought we were going to tribute both, summon out another one, and then summon out another Soul Drake, bring it back, and just do 5,000 damage. Ugh, that's really bad draws. Okay. So I go 1, 2. I don't think I can afford to get greedy here. As much as I would like to. I've just drawn so badly. I don't want to tribute, is the issue. Right, we're going to get a little bit greedy. We're going to go tribute to the Doomed. We're going to pop this. We're then going to go ahead and activate our skill. I don't want to end with less than 2 monsters on the board is the primary issue right now. Monster Hunter themed. Shit happens. Shit does indeed happen. It's just a shame, because this is the second time we played against Manicus today, and we have bricked him both of them really badly. It would be nice to actually get a real game against Manicus, but so far it really just feels like they've just been non-games. Which is just a big shame. Do you tend to recognize everyone in the Rush Cod ladder? Not everyone, but you recognize a couple of people though. Sets a back row. Go straight to battle? If we go straight to battle, we're feeling okay about this. Okay, straight to battle. Okay, we're feeling okay. We're feeling okay. If he had managed to summon out a good board there, we would be in a really weird spot. But, since he didn't, we're feeling okay. One, two, three, four, which means we're still a body shy of doing everything we want to do. Alright, we'll summon out Kanan. We'll activate Hydration. I'm going to go ahead and pop this. Which is a nice hit. Then we'll summon out Gazelle. Tribute 1. Tribute 2. Summon out Kanan. We're going to activate. So we could have, if we wanted to, we could have discarded that card from his hand and given something piercing with Gazelle. But the piercing amount wouldn't have been huge, and we would have lost the boss monster for next turn. Which is especially awkward because we've already used one boss monster in grave and one boss monster on field, so we are running a bit thin on boss monsters. And if we don't have one for the following turn, it can get a little bit awkward. So that's the reason we didn't do it. I'm really coping right now. Just tried Monarch with Beyond Curiosity. Oh boy. I mean, you got to test it, right? You don't know if it's bad until you tested it. Okay, Kyberman hits the board. Regular tribute it to summon out Wilhel. Wilhel has no effect right now. Tributes that summon probably Wilhel. Activates Wilhel. Obviously, we're just going to lose one of our side cards. That's fine. Tribute for another Wilhel. Ah. Okay, we still haven't seen any of his good trap cards yet. Which, obviously, is a little bit scary. We'll go Fashion of Faith. Activate. Draw a card. Give ourselves the boost. We will then set... He's already used Burst Stream, so we don't have to worry about that. think we tribute these to summon this. Normal this. We still have... Yeah, we're still fine for that. So we'll set this. Go to battle phase. Swing with this. And swing with this. Okay, Manicus had nothing. That is a shame. Unfortunately, I feel like that was a case of Brick Eyes bricking, which is really not what you want to see. Is a bit of a shame. Do we save that replay? I think we will. Just because, again, we are really hurting for replays right now. Again, we might have to, like, record all of these and then go and get more, just in case the quality of them is just that bad. Well, there's just so many non-games today. How the fuck is a deck with 7 tributes? I draw none for 3 turns, then 3 in 1 turn. I mean, that's just exactly how it goes, Manicus. We were just literally saying, I don't know if you were listening, that you just bricked and you didn't do anything wrong. You just drew bad. And it's like we say, it's kind of a non-game. Is that the Dr. Alex in the chat? Welcome, welcome in, friendo. Unfortunately, I don't think you have access to this emote anymore, because we bumped it up a little bit. But we do still have the Alex emote. It's still on the channel. I mean, this hand ain't bad. It could be better. Let's go for the set 4 pass. See what our opponent does. Let us see what our opponent has for us. Oh, we're in an ad break, apparently. Perfect. Right as nothing's happening. Exactly what we like to see. Okay. The Blue Eyes White Dragon! Okay. I mean, it doesn't really accomplish much. We can give ourselves piercing as well, which is kind of funky. How would we go about this? We'd want to summon that, then boost it, then tribute for that, then have that as our last? That seems like the way. Unfortunately, we're not going to have our boost, are we? We'd have to use that to weaken. That's kind of gross. Because it's only the time we normal summon a Aqua normal monster. This only boosts by 400, so we have to use this. So tribute 1, tribute 2, summon this. Normal, activate the effect. Then we'll summon Brick Phone. Activate Brick Phone. I think we probably send this, just because Brick Phone we can use to get back a boss monster. We'll go ahead and tribute this to summon this. Go to battle, swing over this. Now, how greedy are we feeling? What have we seen so far? We know he has at least another 13. Well, we won't get greedy. We won't get too greedy. We did have 0, so we could have gotten an extra 13. Then we'll pass on that. Hey dude, yeah, you've paywalled me. Just pay more money, Alex. It's completely fine. I don't mind if you give me more money. How's the new box? The new box is fine. I mean, we're on like a decent win streak with the Aqua deck. You know, I don't think we've played enough and tested enough with all the different decks to really have a strong opinion on it just yet. Surprisingly good ladder at the mo. I'm finding games pretty quick. We've only had one like gap so far. So there is that. I tried, I really did, but Monarchs have too many problems to deal with. Maybe next wave of support. Now it's time for Psychics. I think a lot of people have been enjoying playing the Psychics at the very least. Is that a Multi-Strike Dragon Dragius? Okay, so now we draw a card. Now, are we hoping that draw sorts this out? Because right now, this Dragius is not accomplishing very much. Bunker Strike also doesn't do anything. So again, we're really hoping that we find something. Like a TSA would do it. I guess dig for TSA is the strat here. Why have we summoned this in attack mode? Oh, we're playing Resonance! I completely missed that we're playing a Resonance deck. Okay. So we crash there. We get in over that for 300, and then we get in for 2,000. Okay, we have a game, lads. As long as we don't brick here. It's not the nicest hand in the world, but it's fine. Contribute these two. We don't have a normal Aqua is the issue, so we can't get our boost. We could shuffle some cards back. We'd reduce that by 14 down to 900. I don't think it's worth it. I think we just set 2. Straight to battle, clear over this. Okay, let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. I'll try my best. Well, that makes a lot more sense. I mean, you got Summons and Seal MST. And Seal Map. We'll have to see what happens here. Okay, Blue Eyes White Dragon comes down. TSA comes down. That's fine. We don't care about TSA. As long as he doesn't pop our back row, we are still just kind of chilling. The issue is dealing with an actual Blue Eyes White Dragon can be a bit funky. We do have the TSA though, so we should be okay. Ah, don't set a back row, bro. There's no reason to not do this now, so... Go, Buffet Slime. We milled a boss monster as well. Hopefully that doesn't bite us. That is really not what we wanted to see. Okay, we still have some bosses. We still have a boss in the deck, I should clarify. Is that right? How many have we got? Oh, we still have 2 bosses in the deck, right? No, we have 1. We have 1 boss left in the deck. This is kind of tricky. Right, we're going to summon out Fashion of Faith. That's step 1 of the plan. Then we are going to set this. Then I'm going to activate Tribute to the Doomed. I'm going to discard this Hydration because it's just not going to do anything for me. We're going to pop this. And then I'm going to activate Talismanic Seal Array because I do need just some of these bosses back into my deck to actually play the game. We can weaken this, go to battle, and swing. Now, if our back row gets popped, we're dead anyway, but we were always in that situation. What do you think is the best ratio between bosses in a 30-card deck? 4, 5, or 6? I think 5 feels the best, unless you've got a skill to help work things out to make it a little bit better. Okay, Sports Dragon Pitcher. As long as he doesn't pop our negate attack, we are still fine. If he pops the negate attack, the game's over. There's nothing we can do about it. Things are looking bad, everyone. I think we're dead. Is this really going to come down to a 50-50? It is as well. It's coming down to a 50-50. Come on, we just need to win the 50-50. No, we lost the 50-50. And that's the game over. I guess we save this. It feels bad. I feel like we got shafted here on luck, and that's why we lost. Like, I don't think we misplayed. I think it literally came down to we had that turn where we only drew 1 monster, and that just, like, messed us up real bad. But, you know, it happens. It is nice knowing we didn't lose to any fault of our own. Like, it wasn't our deck building that let us down. It wasn't the way we played. It was just dumb luck, and that's completely fine. It does suck we lost the big streak, though. That was what? Was that a 12 streak gone? Which is a shame, but it is what it is. Oh, crap! It's Voltalon! Is Volt in chat by any chance? I bet he's not. I bet he's not. Volt never hangs out in our chat. No, he's not. He's not right now, anyway. I would expect him to show up after the game and congratulate us on our epic win, or rub it in our faces that we got completely destroyed. Okay, set full pass. Is that a goat? I think we just play it safe here. I don't think getting aggressive is really going to do much against what we assume is going to be Gear Strike. This is probably going to be Full Metal Fist. Guys, we're playing against one of the best players in the world, one of the World Championship qualifier players. Activates the FMF. Adds the Illusion Strike Mirror Gears back to hand. Sets another monster. Distributes both of the Mirror Gears. Summons out a 12 hundo attacker. I think we just take our lumps here. 2,500 to the face is not the end of the world. Really want to get back into trying Rush or to learn all the skills and stuff. I mean, I personally recommend it, but I might be a bit biased. Unfortunately, this hand kind of sucks. Right, we'll summon. Summon. We'll activate Hydration. Gain the 5. Pop the back row, which is a huge hit there. We'll set this. Activate our skill. Boost both up. There's no real reason to boost that up, but we're going to do it anyway. I'm going to just swing over this. Alright, let's see if Volt gets back row hate and if he hits the right one. He does find back row hate. Statistically, he should be hitting one of these two, because he knows there was a delay. Does hit the King's Majesty, which, I mean, it sucks, but it's not terrible. Full Metal Fist. Boost that up. Changes it to defense mode. Well, here we will use our buffered slime, which will let us live. Unfortunately, it was a heavy cost. It'd be really nice if we weren't bricking. I'd really like to have boss monsters. Okay, there's a boss monster, finally. Unfortunately, Voltna has a back row, which is a little scary. That only takes lights back. Do we have any light in there? We do not. So we always summon this. That always happens here. Then... it's tricky. It's very tricky. Because we just don't have the life points anymore is the issue. We have to get rid of both of his monsters. We use that. It gets very awkward for us. Doesn't have a hand for us to discard any cards from anyway. Reducing the attack with that doesn't do anything. Just gives up a card from my hand for no reason. So, I think we just go Carrier. Tribute 1, Tribute 2. Summon this. Activate Disco Fever to boost it up. Activate Tribute to the Doomed. I think this is the best we've got, to be honest. Then we're just going to do Talismanic Sealer Ray, because why not? There's not really much else to do here, unfortunately. If that back row just stops us for whatever reason, then we're just cooked anyway. Like, we could have left that as a back row just to try and bluff, but, like, realistically, it doesn't really do anything. Alright, well, our win con is that he just doesn't find any boss monsters. He's already seen 4 of them. So, like, it's not too bad odds for us that he just doesn't see one. Okay. So far, so good. If he finds a good boss, so Mirror Gears, and gets this effect off, it doesn't really matter, like, what we do. Do we have another boss in Graveyard even? I don't think we do. Which means this is irrelevant. So we'll go ahead and use Dean Keto. Don't think we need you at all. Sure, we'll take one of these out. I'll gain 1,000. Oh, I don't gain 1,000 because it wasn't a big enough monster. Oh, damn you, D and Keto. Right, we'll go Kanan. Activate Hydration. I'm going to pop this one. Summon out Gazelle. Doesn't do anything, but why not? Go to battle. Swing over this. Swing over this. Swing over this. So if he finds Mirageus, we're dead anyway. It doesn't matter what we do. I guess it would have mattered. Because we only would have lost 1,000 attacking that. I think I have just thrown a little bit, but I don't think it matters overall. I think we were in such a bad spot that if we did win this, it would have been just dumb luck anyway. I mean, we're not dead off just that. And now we're dead. Rest in pepperonis. Nothing we can do about that. I mean, we could have just played defensive. I don't think it would have mattered anyway. We would have lost 1,600 attack off of the boss monster anyway, which means we would have been down to 9. So we'd have lost 16. I guess we still live, but then if you had any normal summon, we're just dead anyway. I don't think it really matters. Because again, if he just had 2 normal summons, we were dead anyway. And the chance, we know he had 1. Like, we guarantee he had 1. We saw it. Alright, Deep Blue. Let's see what it's got. I haven't been keeping up with Rush. Is Machines still meta? Yes, Machines is very much still meta. Still a very, very powerful deck. Right, let's see what our next opponent has for us. So chances are this is going to be a mirror. Unfortunately, this is not a very good opening hand for the mirror. Unless he just, like, slaps some weak guys in attack mode and then we're feeling pretty good. But chances are that's not going to happen. The reset, I mean, do we even bother going aggressive? Cutting them off resources can be good, but it really depends. Alright, let's get a little bit aggressive. We'll summon out 2. We're going to fire off the hydration just to get rid of his back row. Okay, it was just the hydration. We'll go ahead and use the skill. We'll boost this. We'll boost this. And we'll try and just clear all of his monsters. Clearing all of them is pretty good. Just cutting him down on resources is always going to be at least somewhat helpful. The downside is that we invite him to get the first, like, hit in. Deep Blue is Whoop. Why is everyone sniping me? Why have I got, like, my whole team just sat here sniping me? Summons out Security Master. Activates the effect, which is pretty much pointless. Does get a brick out of his hand. I'll go straight to battle. It does have a back row. Okay. Ain't me, my ass is in bronze. Song is a jam. Yeah, the song's pretty good. Alright, we'll set this. We will go ahead and tribute 2. Summon out the Domimommy. Activate Fashion of Faith. Go ahead and activate the Hydration. Pop the back row. Set. Go to battle, swing over this. And get him for the 25. Faster. GG from earlier, though it didn't seem like you drew particularly well. Yeah, we weren't drawing great, but then we did also misplay at the end. If you had 2 more normals, then we were dead through anything anyway, so I don't think it mattered. Most decks have their bosses set to 3. Came as predicted. Predictable. Oh no, he's going to turn off my slime. I don't think slime matters for this turn. Or my turn, it definitely isn't going to matter. But it's the principle of the matter. Activates the Disco Fever. So he's just going to kill these two, as is. So he's just going to kill... Yeah, he's going to kill both. Yeah, because that's still got 1100 attack. That's right. That's how maths works. Alright, let's see what we draw here. I mean, that's not bad. That's really not bad. We haven't really seen any traps yet, which is a little bit spooky, but we've got to do what we've got to do, right? So we will go ahead and summon out the Seahorse Carrier. We're going to activate Seahorse Carrier effect. We're going to take back Canaan. We'll then go ahead and summon out the Canaan before we tribute to and grab out the Diankito. We're going to activate Diankito's effect. We're just going to send this to grave and gain 1000. Then we're going to summon out the Thunder Gazelle. We'll go ahead and activate Security Master. We'll put this one in the bin. Take that out of the hand. And that's going to be the game. I mean, we'll take it. Now the question is, do we save that replay? I don't even know if we do. Yeah, the Metagears 2 defense was a misclick, but I guess it didn't end up mattering. Yeah, we were in a very weird spot where we only had... Like, we had so many spell traps and just nothing to do. It was so weird. Right, we'll save that one, I guess. I don't like that we're saving that one, but... Yeah, our games today, Vault, have been really weird. We've had so many, like, just non-games. Like, so many non-games. Like, as in, like, games where our opponents have just bricked and they haven't done anything and we just win. Or games where we've just drawn nothing. But also very funny that we all just matched into each other. Earlier I matched into Paco. I haven't matched into Paco yet. Paco wrecked Volt. Oh no. Oh, this is... We're creating the totem pole of our players. So now it's just like, where's Giorfio? Is Giorfio at the bottom or at the top? That's the new question. Just dropping words in the old team chat, see what people are saying. Alright, so now we're against Aqua again. Wait till my ass bothers to get into Rush, then you will all remember my name, /Cove. I mean, if your name in game is also Kaiser Justice, then it's hard to forget, I think. It's a name with such power. Uh-oh, Dommy Mommy's back. Well, he's not going to gain 1000 life points, and the number of cards I have isn't going to change, but he does get to choose which one he wants to get rid of. My poor Nyan cat got taken. Oh, you couldn't have taken this one, could you? That would have been a lot actually useful for me, but yeah, okay, whatever. We can still deal with this depending on what that back row is. If that back row is a recital, I'm going to be mildly perturbed. Time for Disco Fever. Go to battle, swing. Just let it hit. Just let it hit, bro. Yeah. Okay, so that's probably slime, but it could be negate attack. Oh, go away, bot. What are you doing here? The bots have been getting worse and worse lately as well. It's a bit of a shame. Fun fact, my stream name organized on Twitch originally was Kaiser D. My wife email had justice at the end of it and just wanted to make a joint Twitch account, and it sounded badass, so mixed it together and use it for most things now. What a lovely story. Monosync in with the bot emote. Always hate the bots. So, I mean, he had the out already. Didn't need to tribute out this monster. Activates the effect to gain 1,000. Ah, okay, we were very bricked. Unfortunately, Talismanic Sealer Raid doesn't do a ton for us, so we can use it next turn. So we should be able to out this, depending on what his back row is. It still could be negate attack. I mean, again, this is, like, fine. Do we go for the draw? I kind of want to. I really should have got rid of that, though, is the only thing. So we'll activate Brick Phone. I am actually going to get rid of this Cybertech Alligator, I think. Weaken that. Add a card back to hand. Give me back Dommy Mommy. We'll go ahead and Tribute 2. Call upon the power of the Dommy Mommy. Fashion of Faith comes down. Activate Fashion of Faith. Boost it. Get a draw. Oh, the hydration off the top. I'm so good at video games. Oh, yeah. Then we'll just summon this. And you know what? We're also going to go ahead. We'll drop the TSA. We'll show why we are the best player in the world. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reduce. Activate our skill as well. We'll boost that one. And we'll also, you know what? We'll go ahead and boost that one. Go to battle phase. We'll just swing. Schlap. Schlap for 18. And schlap for the 21. Bam! Oh, so much damage! Someone over here climaxing. I mean, I might need a cigarette after that one. Over water, big damage. That's game. Barely, but perfect. I mean, almost perfect. I think we were 100 over. What do you think of Chaos Monsters in Rush, but instead of banishing, they return to the deck? Not sure how I feel about that personally, but... Oh, we should save that last replay, just because it's one of those meme games. The meme games always get saved. That's just how it goes. The Mask Zoo. Okay. Asana. Is this actually going to be... Thingy, though, is the question. Is this actually going to be worms? Or not? Chaos monsters are way too strong. I don't think he meant, like, the actual chaos monsters. I think he just meant monsters that you can summon by a chaos summoning. Okay, I need to go now. Have a good stream. See you, Monosync. Thanks for stopping by. We won't be continuing on for too much longer anyway. All set, and set. Right, so is this going to be Hammer Crush Deal, or is this going to be actual worms? We're about to find out. That is a dinosaur. That is a second dinosaur, and that is a third dinosaur. I love that there is this, like, mini dinosaur community. Like, it's so cool. I'll just toggle off for the rest of this turn. Alright, let's see what we draw. I mean, that's pretty good, all things considered. How do we navigate this, though? Do we just keep a card in hand? We probably do. So we'll go Carrier. Carrier effect. Take back Kanan. Then we will summon out Kanan. We'll go ahead and tribute those. Then we'll summon out Kanan. And I think we're also going to summon out Kanan. I like summoning Kanan into Kanan. I think realistically it works quite well. Then we're going to go ahead and activate Disco Fever. We're going to boost Kanan. And then we're going to boost Kanan. And we'll go battle, and we will just start attacking with our Kanan. And then we'll attack with Kanan. And then we will attack with Domi Mommy. And that's all we've had. We don't need anything else. Most based rush deck. True. Only reason I want to try Psychics is getting a playset of most of the Candy stuff from farming out the Max Stein you are. I mean, I can't fault the logic, right? If you got a deck just by happenstance, it's like, yeah, why not? We're forming the Rush Dueling Club. Apocalypse Club when? Soon. How do we want to approach this? I think we go Security Master. We'll just discard this. You're not allowed to try and make your maximum, my friend. I have the perfect card to stop you. We have Goat and Graveyard, so there's no reason to not set this. We'll just go battle. Dinos shouldn't have big butts. Dinos traditionally have very small butts. They're just tucked away behind a tail. We can get him for 25, then we'll pass. Oh, no, he scooped. I really wanted it. I really wanted him to chill. To chill with us, to finish the game. But I didn't even see what he drew. He could have just drawn into the max. He still could have drawn into it. Psychic best deck. I have heard that. I have heard that said a few times. Dynamaximum is hard to get rid of since it can't be destroyed by low-level monsters. It can't be destroyed by low-level monsters, true. But it's only level 7 and under, right? So you can still destroy it with level 8s, which is like a bit of a weird one. But I think that's probably, because it is now 4, which is kind of late for us. We are going to call it there. I think we are going to go ahead and raid into another Rush Duelist that is currently playing. We're going to try and send them some love. They're currently playing Worms. But thank you all so much for watching. We will be back again on Thursday where we will be entering the Angel Cup. So if you want to see us embarrass ourselves in a competitive setting, that is the place to do it. That will be on Thursday at the same time the stream started, which was 3 hours ago, whatever that time is in your local time. We'll be doing that. We're playing an Angel Cup, playing against some of the best Japanese players in the world, and just trying to have a whale of time. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
That's what I meant. Thank you for the raid, Tomasaurus. Hello. How was the stream? Thank you for the follow, Kaiser Justice. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. We have been playing Rush. I don't know how to play Rush. So this what this. I'm first timing this deck, and basically it's just Giorgio coaching me as usual. I'm just is what it is. We're playing Aqua, which is the Unketo deck. Okay, we read the cards earlier, like of the new box, and like there was like the new tribute and the level